Hello everyone, welcome to Time Capsule here on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. This is our first time being live today and it's gonna be great. So we have an awesome show for you tonight. Starting with Fable, any percent, I have Clean Sarah and Etam here. Hello, how are you both?
Hello, I'm well, and I am definitely not making a first appearance for a second time.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm doing excellent. Thank you.
And Etam is also doing commentary for me.
Yes, hello. Hi. I'm helping Clean Sarah out, the fabulous Mr. Clean Sarah, with his commentary for the original Xbox version of Fable. So this will be any percent. This will be the 2004, the first one, the one that some of you all maybe grew up on. It's going to be a great run. Lots of banter, lots of fun, exciting tricks that you've probably never seen before. So yeah, be a good time.
Yeah, so shake out the nerves and Clean Sarah, when you're ready for the countdown, let us know.
Okay. I will go ahead and get us rolling, literally, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, a go.
Hey, woo!
Woo!
All right, let's go, Clean.
So, speaking of rolling, yes, like I said, literally rolling. It's because it's faster than running, trust me. I did a perfect test under the absolute most perfect circumstances. As in, like, I modded the game, possibly deleted some NPCs from my pathing, and it ended up saving like 7 seconds over just sprinting, because you don't exactly sprint all too fast, unfortunately.
Yeah, and as we level up the speed stat throughout the game, our rolling will get faster and faster.
Yeah. But anyway, a little bit about the story. We are a young lad, very fresh-faced, here in our hometown of Oakvale. It is our sister's birthday. We forgot to get her a present, so we are finding ways of accruing currency for purchasing said present. So that was a fellow who may or may not be having an affair with his wife. We don't exactly condone that.
That's all right. No, we don't condone that on this broadcast.
But we do condone getting gold quickly. So we're going to go ahead and dodge these guards, lest they give us a stern talking to, and give our sister her present.
Hello, little brother.
Make note of the fact that, make note of her eye color.
There's something wrong.
It may or may not change later.
Taking notes. So the town is on fire from the bandit attack. I mean, freak candle accident.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Would have never bought those candles from that trader. Unfortunately, father has gone sleepy, go bye-bye. He is the purple highlight you'll see here.
Our sister is also missing, so is our mother. You know, very tragic stuff.
Mm-hmm. And conveniently...
Can't believe something like that would happen.
Conveniently, a wizard man named Maze, who is absolutely not a traitor, has come to rescue us. He will take us to the Hero Guild.
Just so happened to be fishing in the area.
Yeah.
Outside of town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it happens. Good fishing spot. You know how it is. So we're going to start off by punching Whisper, and not only is it fun,
absolutely styling on her.
Yeah, that was just breakdancing on her.
A little bit scuffed.
So the reason we punched her is not just because it's fun, but also because it's set up for a strat later where we skip some of the training. So basically, the guild has a 4 strikes rule where if you hit a friendly NPC 4 times, you'll get told off and sent somewhere. So we'll use that later, and punching Whisper, she's available, it's the best option, you know? So we're going to start off by punching this dummy and then hitting it with a stick. The stick will be our first weapon. It does more damage. It swings it's a stick.
It's got a bit of a larger hitbox too, and that'll come in handy for the very first quest that we're going to be doing right here, is going into the Guild Woods and killing 10 beetles, who hopefully won't be giving me too much trouble with the target system.
Mm-hmm.
You'll also be seeing me pause just about most load screens I go into. Mm-hmm. That's just to actually help expedite the fade time of the game and how long it takes to load.
Yeah.
Actual time saved.
So yeah,
it's ridiculous how much time it saves.
Yeah, pausing at loading screens, pausing just before loading screen at the right time is faster. So let me give you an analogy. This is what's happening with the game, right? This is a very scientific analogy. Get your beaker and your Bunsen burners out and
Adam
everything.
is a certified boffin here.
I am a boffin,
take
that's
notes.
true. Okay, so imagine, like, you know when you wake up in the morning and you realize you've missed your alarm and you're late for work, you're like, geez, I'm late for work, and you like hurry up and you get ready quicker and like you run outside and everything. That's basically what the game is doing. Like you pause the game and it's like, geez, I'm late. I've got to go. It's quick. It's got to load the next map. Load the next map. So that's what the game is doing. That's definitely what happens. I'm a scientist. I'm a science man. So that is the explanation of quick fades, and that is what you'll do. Yes, imagine a bus. Imagine the bus, but the bus is late. That's the analogy.
Mm-hmm.
You can put that old.
So we're older now, so we need to do some more advanced training.
Mm-hmm.
And our sparring partner here is going to be Whisper, because of course.
Mm-hmm. There's apparently only two
basically,
heroes
we're just
in the
going to be
guild.
learning to attack with our sword, even though we totally didn't just learn how to attack with our stick earlier. We're learning how to block, and now we're going to combine the two. Hopefully, not even necessary though. Hopefully, Whisper is just going to behave, being a little bit weird.
Ooh. Oh God. Yeah, she's being quite annoying.
That's fine. You can't win them all. But yeah.
So you know when we hit Whisper earlier, this is going to come into play in this next training here, which is the archery training. So the guildmaster's going to say, oh yeah, hit these 3 dummies, and then say, oh, I'll see how many you can hit in a minute. But luckily there's a dummy also in front of us, i.e. the guildmaster, so we're going to hit him twice to skip this training.
Well, I did accidentally hard target and punch Whisper earlier again.
It happens.
But thankfully I didn't get punished for that,
That's all right.
and was just allowed to progress.
Yeah, it's quite unusual. The guildmaster's like, oh, what are you doing? You shouldn't do that or you'll be disqualified. And then he just lets you skip it. So we're going to do the same thing here with the bow. Says, hey, what are you doing? And then lets you skip it.
Very good.
We're going to carry on with the final part of the training, which is hitting Maze, who is not a traitor, with a sword, bow, and lightning.
7 times each.
7 times each.
Absolutely the most grueling thing the developers could have possibly come up with.
Mm-hmm.
I promise.
It's right. You just hit someone 7 times and you're ready for the big bad world, you know.
Oh dear, he teleported way behind me and broke the hard target as well. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's a little bit of RNG with where he teleports. Sometimes he can teleport with his back exposed, which is faster than like him connecting with a block sort of thing. So we get a little bit of RNG here, but it's not too much.
Yeah.
And his teleports are also on a timer, so he'll probably teleport and then teleport again here, as you can see. But it's okay.
That's enough.
So we're going to leave the guild and finish our training, but not before we get our first upgrade of the run, which is going to be Assassin Rush. Is that correct?
Instant fate. Yeah.
Assassin Rush, which is basically zoom you go forward spell. It zooms you forward, which has a lot of uses. Like, not only is it good for speed, it's also lets us zip behind enemies and will come into use later for something. So it's a high tech spell.
First, you are. Now choose.
There is a lot going on with it. It also gives you a good chunk of invincibility frames too, so
Yes,
that's always good.
iframes, they are also very good. They are invaluable if you was to try and do a no-hit run, which has been attempted and succeeded.
And me in this very version of the game too.
Yes, we decide to split up. Nobody's done anniversary yet, so if you decide you want to do anniversary, the world is your oyster.
Exactly.
Except this oyster has poisonous teeth. So as you can see, this is Assassin Rush just zooming us forward, having a jolly old time through Lookout Point and Albion.
Yep.
So we're going to do our first quest, which is Wasp Menace, where we will be fighting the Wasp Queen. So there's a Wasp Queen. Normally she's nice, but now she's not. Because of dark forces. Very ominous. We're going to take care of the Wasp infestation.
And thankfully it's not too difficult at all. I mean, it is your very first quest. You can't exactly go all Dark Souls on a new player that fast. This isn't actually Dark Souls, so people would probably have a few complaints about that.
This isn't Dark Souls. It's more like if
It's baby's first Dark Souls.
It's like if Zelda could roll like Sonic the Hedgehog, but it was also made in the UK.
True.
That's the analogy of the game. If you never played Fable, we'll just go with that. It's the Dark Souls of games made by Peter Molyneux as the lead designer,
More wasps have spawned, but they are no match for your weapon.
along with a bunch of other developers. The other developers don't get that much love for all
And it's a shame,
Peter Molyneux
honestly.
gets a lot of love, but
You are
we've
making
got a lot of people who
combat
put a lot of good work into this game. Shout outs to Dean Carter.
Shoutouts
So
to
we're gonna-
everybody over there
Yes,
at Lionhead.
big shout outs.
received a new quest card.
So we're going to head over to Bowstone and we're going to do a little bit of shopping here. Normally, if this was the PC version of the game, I'd be doing some
Hero, your will
big like talk about how the economy is busted, but no, the economy is working in the original version. They broke it in the PC versions. So we're going to sell off our potions and use that to buy some will potions, which will be for restoring our will energy, which is what we're using to cast Assassin Rush. And we'll also use it to buy a slightly stronger bow.
Emphasis
yeah.
on slightly stronger,
Yeah, it's very slightly stronger.
but is absolutely worth it. All right, let's see here. Menu.
Yeah, normally there's a
Awesome.
glitch you can do where you can buy an item in bulk and then sell it back for more than you like paid for it. But that doesn't work in this version. It's a misconception that it works in all versions. No, not in this original version.
True.
check the guild.
So we actually do have to be kind of thrifty with our expenditures and gold acquisitions, and maybe possibly not exiting the menu prematurely.
Yeah, you may
might
want to get
help.
that bow. It could be useful.
Yeah, it would be nice to have a weapon other than a stick. I'd like a stick with a bow or with a string attached to it.
Yeah.
May or may not be helpful.
All weapons are just glorified sticks when you boil it down.
True, true.
So we're going to take our first, I guess, it's not even our first quest, but we get a quest with a choice. So you can either protect or attack Orchard Farm. We're
For
going to
every
protect
choice,
it.
a consequence. Ooh, the consequence here is
yeah.
that we are going to be going faster by protecting the
Put that on
farm.
the back of the box art. So we also noticed, yeah, we said we bows to take us straight outside. And luckily the map is a little bit more empty now so we can rush in peace. Again, I would normally do some little talk here about how Assassin Rush zips you towards enemies. But again, when you're using a controller, this isn't the case. And in fact, the PC version of the Lost Chapter, or like of this version of the game, has a very, very slight amount of controller support. Like, you can control the direction of your Assassin Rush, and you can go up and down in menus and like switch your targets, but that's it. You can't do anything else. There's no like, oh, you just press the button and bind the key. Nope, doesn't work. It's very, very unusual. Yeah, so we're going to be carrying on just on our way to Orchard Farm, which is just on the left, coming up here. Very ominous big stone. We'll see that later, or maybe not, depending on if we skip the cutscene.
I'm not sure how quickly it gets skipped, in
Yeah,
all honesty.
it's alright. You can throw for content and show it off. Like, remember what we said at the 12-minute mark? Yeah, that.
Works for me.
Timestamp that. Timestamp that.
All right, so this is going to be a bit of a challenging quest, so I'm going to ask for a little bit of focus time. All right, I should be pretty much okay from now on, to be honest, but
Nice.
Yeah.
To explain a little bit what happened there, basically, whenever you like do damage to things, you get combat multiply, which is that 6 you see in the corner, which is now a 5, and you can see it decays over time. It also decays if you take a hit. So this number, this magical number, basically acts as our combo meter for XP. So if it's an 8, we get 8 times the XP. If it's 10, we get 10 times the XP. So we want to make sure that's as high as possible for this quest.
I'm going to be
We get the
specifically
maximum
going for an 11 here.
Mm-hmm.
Also need to make sure that I don't get in the way of friendly fire. We should be good now.
Yeah. Yeah, you can end up accidentally get down Mr. Presidenting the bandits. And then we kill the guards. We were zapping them in between just to sustain our combat multiplier and stop it from dropping. But now they've
nice red
outlived their
smile.
usefulness.
Wonderful safety pickup.
Try to hit me with a flourish. So you
All right, Whisper just wants us to make sure that we know how to flourish. We do, in fact, know how to flourish, and then she's just not going to block our arrows at all at this point.
Yeah.
Because
very few enemies can actually block arrows.
Yeah, she does later on, so that's not exactly a great strategy going forward.
You have reached
But yeah, for some reason she just doesn't bother blocking your arrows, which is a little bit silly. But that's Whisper for you. A little bit silly.
Yeah. All right.
Hero, your will energy is low. What's that?
Okay.
So rather than heading straight back to the guild, once he gets unstuck, we're going to take a detour to the next map. So basically, the way teleporting to different maps works in this game is that certain maps have what's called color skates, which are basically like teleport spots. So rather than going back and taking the quest and then having to backtrack through all this way, we're instead going to head forward a little bit, unlock the next color skate, and then teleport to there, because our next quest will take place there.
We got the gold they want. These bandits
have sent
All right. I wanted to zap that bandit there just because I didn't want to deal with any dialogue triggers.
Afraid this path is private.
And I also don't have the gold to pay his toll anyway, so I really just don't want to bother with the dialogue involved with that.
Yeah, no. Just give the bandits a little zap. Friendly zap of greeting.
Yep.
Oh, that was close. So if an enemy attacks you while you're charging your guild seal, it will be interrupted. So he's very lucky that the wasp didn't.
Wasps are
like,
actually notably bad at this game.
Yeah. But they're also incredibly fast. They just like lock onto you as like target located. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, they really do. They really do be like that. All right. Gonna be upgrading my strength here. Gonna be upgrading my speed, making me roll faster and attack faster. Wonderful stuff. Gonna be learning a spell summon. Summons a wasp, which I just said was bad at the game. That may or may not come into play.
Okay, so rather than taking the next quest, we're going to take a short detour into this very normal, nondescript Spartan map called the Chamber of Fate, which will be... There's some surprise in here. So summon basically creates a creature to fight by our side, which in this case is a wasp. The wasp spawns right in front of us. Take note of that. Also note that Assassin Rush zips you forward and can zip
will
through
attempt to
enemies.
zip you behind living entities. So
With a little bit of... We are under the floor. We have unlocked the Sword of Aeons. This is the sword you get at the end of the game.
notice that number, 550. Oh,
Yep.
Wasp is not wanting to come down. Okay, there it is. Okay. I did not want to leave this area until I had gotten the Wasp down from there.
That's fair. So yeah, that's pretty useful. To give context, our stick did about 20 damage. This does 550. So little bit of a step up, So we're going to use this for the rest of the game.
I unfortunately got a little bit of bad RNG as far as spawns in here is concerned, but it's okay. We'll make do over here.
Yeah. And as a note, by the way, that Sword of Aeon's trick works in every version of the game. Even you can try it in Anniversary. You can boot up the Steam version of Anniversary, most up to date, and it will do the exact same thing. So what he's done here is he transferred his summon creature. So basically, when your summon creature kills another creature, if it's stronger, it will turn into that thing. So now it's a hob. So I guess to give a little bit of explanation as to what happened is that our wasp acted as a portable hitbox.
I'm right with you.
And then it was slightly embedded in the floor, and then using Assassin Rush, we zipped behind it, ignored the hitbox of the stairs, and then we went under the floor, which also has the Sword of Aeons, just because of one singular cutscene, which lasts about 5 seconds, where the Sword of Aeons sort of like appears. So we are doing a trader escort here. So we are escorting the traders. Take note of that. We have 2 traders, and we're going to
Actually, we
escort
have
the
3.
traders. We have 3 traders, and we are going to escort them.
Yep. Somebody is going to be getting out of this dark and spoopy woods alive.
I hope it's us. Oh boy. Oh god.
It will be us. It will be us, but somebody else is going to be there along with us.
I don't have the notes for this quest. Oh god, what happens? Are we going to be okay?
Actually, we're going to be more than okay, because turns out you can just kind of throw what you know about escort quests in the traditional sense right out the window, because you can actually just go right through the majority of these screens without ever having to worry about whether or not the traders are going to be behind you on the other side.
Yeah, as long as the traders have a little like follow icon, which they don't have. The icon in the bottom left, that follow icon, as long as they've got that, they'll follow you through the map, so like you don't need to worry.
And I'm going to be waiting for that very same icon, and I'll know it's going to be there when I see this trader's green dot turn around.
Yeah.
So fun fact, you actually can do this all without even the initial 2 traders. You can actually have the infected trader, who is currently with me.
It's like, oh, did you get the traders through Darkwood? No, I killed them. But I've got Billy here. Do you like Billy?
Yeah, and the game actually doesn't care. It only cares if you have successfully escorted still living traders. So we just take advantage of that.
Yeah, and also just for context, we killed the traders not just for fun, but because it skips some dialogue, because they go to the camp and they're like, oh, I haven't seen you around. That was the wife, how's the kid? All of that sort of thing.
Sorry, what?
You don't get the, oh, how's the wife? How's the kids? How's it going?
I'm just really impressed with that impression. You're old.
Thank you.
Ooh,
You just have to take my word that was correct. That was
Okay,
a
I'm
very
going to go
good
ahead and
flash.
grab... Yeah. So, you're going to see some more of those super flourishes in a few more quests, but yeah, that actually... yeah, Earthstraw. I just grabbed it for experience, for safety.
Yeah, makes sense. We're going to finish the quest. We just hope the trader doesn't notice that the trade. We did a terrible job at this quest. We just killed the guy, left them for dead. We just had a terrible time with it. But we got our gold, so yay.
Yeah, and funny thing about that infected trader, most people probably remember him always transforming on them. But the timer for that, there is a timer for it, and it only starts once you've reached the ancient Culliscape screen.
Yeah.
Once that's happened, the timer starts, and then you're on that wonderful time limit. But until that point, you can just do whatever.
Yeah.
You can take all the time you need.
Yeah, because that trader's been going to turn into a Balverine and hit you, and it's going to be terrible. But, we just bought some potions heading through Oakvale, and you may say, Etem, Clean Sarah, you can't go to this map. There's just a locked gate here. Whatever are you going to do?
True.
You silly turn around now. You silly Billy. You got to go and get the quest and everything. It's going to be great.
Oh, I will. I will get the quest, but I just want to make a quick little detour.
You just
first,
really like looking at gates.
Yeah. You know.
Oh yeah.
Doesn't everybody like gates? I don't like gates, actually.
No. So yeah, we use summon again with a slightly different method, using a hob to clip through that gate and ignore the collision. So we're in this map early. Normally there's a bunch of bandits here and they attack you and it's terrible and then you burst into tears, but we can
so
go
much
through
for
this
being
map very
abandoned,
quickly.
huh?
Hey. Yeah, no,
But
we're just
this way
gonna
it is actually true to its name, sorry.
Yeah. So we're going to unlock the next color skate, and then we're going to teleport and start the quest smack dab in the middle. So we're going to teleport here. You also notice we didn't pick up the bandit gear, because normally you have to disguise.
Fun little no HUD glitch, by the way.
Yep.
Guaranteed. Actually saves time.
Guaranteed quick fades. But yeah, no, so normally you have to disguise, and he's like, hello, mate, nice bandit gear. And then he lets you in, but the only thing between you and the bandit camp is a gate. And you know what we do with gates.
We make like they don't exist.
Yeah, as long as you clip through it, you got this clean.
Nice and easy.
Nice one.
Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, we're going to head over.
Be doing a
and
little
there's
bit more
gate.
of that.
Yeah, we do a little gate clipping.
I'm gonna kill my hob right there just to refresh it. Because ones that have, for some reason, it's a bit weird. Like summon creatures that have been used previously for clips or whatever, they tend to turn around on you when you resummon them. So that's just me killing them to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, they do like to rotate on the spot. It's like, you thought you was going to clip? Kind of ruin your day. So we're gonna fight up against probably the first real boss of the run, which is Twinblade. So Twinblade's gimmick, so he has two swords, as the name would suggest, and his gimmick is that
Hey, aptly named.
he can only really be properly damaged when he jams his swords into the ground, and that operates on a timer. So we're just gonna sort of like sit here and give him a little tickle while we wait.
Yeah, as impressive as the Sword of Aeons is. Ooh, dear. Okay. Okay, cool.
You can see the Assassin Rush iframes there. We're also going to, so we've not even talked about Berserk here. So Berserk is the thing that makes you go red and angry and all bulky. This is a very multifaceted spell. First of all, you'll notice we did 2,000 damage there. A bit more than the 150 per bow shot we were doing in Orchard Farm. But Berserk is a very broken spell indeed. So it increases the damage you do. It will knock enemies down. It will increase your attacking speed. It will increase your rolling speed. You cannot die while in Berserk. You'll only ever stay at 10 health. And also, whenever you take damage, you'll increase the amount of damage you do. So like every hit you take will increase the amount of damage you do. So this is just like an all-round useful spell. It'll be useful for movement. It'll be useful for attacking. It'll be useful for just pressing the button because you feel like it. So yeah, we're in Berserk now.
The only real downside is that it makes you really scary, and like any like NPCs probably don't really want to associate with you very much, and they'll likely run away from you in terror.
Yeah,
but that's okay.
Yeah, that not only affects trade deals, but also just like the pathing. So like an NPC will just be like, oh, and run in your way.
You've received a new quest card.
All right, so Mr. Not a Trader Maze has just requested that we go find his missing friend. Calls himself the archaeologist. May or may not be secretly a trader who specializes in trophies. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, that gives us access to this area called Witchwood. Witchwood, pretty rainy, pretty stormy, pretty comfy, honestly. I do rather like the zone. You know, setting aside the big rock troll right there and the Balverines and the other monstrosities that reside here.
It's right. The game really insists on you fighting the rock troll, but you can kind of just walk past him. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm here and I'm bad and I've got a health bar. It's like, no, all right, bye. Catch you later, mate. We'll see him later on, maybe. So yeah, that was a demon door. We clicked through the demon door.
I'm slightly nervous about that.
Oh.
Ooh, yeah, we are not good, actually.
We are not good. That's okay.
All right, I need to. I was greedy. I did something I should not have done. I tried to do a quick fade on that particular thing. The only problem with that, though, also, yes, my Xbox is in fact modded.
Shock horror! Alert the masses.
We do allow that for OG Fable speedruns because of the fact that it is what do you call it? Xboxes these days are usually you know, kind of on the fritz and such.
Make sure you load the autosave for the love of God.
Yeah, I will.
Okay,
also,
good.
my Amrek seems to be kind of mute. Is everything going okay on the capture cards and on stream? Because that's kind of the important thing.
I mean, it looks fine to me, but I guess we can
need to
keep an eye on it.
This is
it just the sound?
hang on. Yeah, there should be sound right now.
Ooh.
Okay. Technical difficulties, please stand by. Okay, we got that sorted out. There we go, got that up.
Make sure you go live on Discord again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so lesson learned. Do not do that thing that I was just trying to do.
So, oh, hey, we're going to Witchwood. This is the we just got here. Hi, everyone. This is Clean Sarah with Fable.
Yes, hi everyone.
Hello.
Welcome to Time Capsule. This is Clean Sarah with Fable and commentary by Etta. For just joining
hello,
us.
hi, nice to be here. Yeah, just got here.
Just got here too.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe how late the bus was.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Cool. So we have this rock troll here, and we can kind of just ignore him. We can just zoom past him. We're going to clip through the demon door, and we're not going to pause the game. Clean. Yeah, we'll make it through. So the archaeologist, fun fact. So you may have seen Clean refer to him as a trophy dealer, and that's because he used to be a trophy dealer who sold, well, trophies. But then at some point in development, he was changed. But like if you spawn him in and stuff, oh yeah, you can see the would you like to trade? You can say yes, but it won't actually do anything, unfortunately. So similar to what we did in Orchard Farm, we're going to head over a few maps into Knothole Glade, which is the town of Witchwood, because that's where our next
It is all
quest will
definitely
take
faster,
place.
yeah. It beats having to go all the way back from where you came into Witchwood originally.
Yeah.
And it also cuts out annoying autosaves as well.
Thank God for autosaves, I like to point out, because otherwise you would have had to
Big true.
start over.
Would have had to really probably walked away in a very sad
I don't think we
business way.
can start the stream over again a third time, I'll be honest.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they would take kindly to that.
Yeah.
Fine. So yeah, we're just going to head up here to Knothole Glade. So just loading into this map here with a very nice quick fade. So this is the village of Knothole Glade.
Okay.
It's under attack by Balverines, so its gates are barred for the moment. We can go back to the guild and take a quest card. I messed that up. Never. Hello. Hello.
It was
Hi.
close enough for government work, honestly.
We'll take that. So yeah, this is the White Balverine quest. We are going to tango with the White Balverine for a little bit and then actually fight him. Do we get any upgrades? We do get upgrades.
Yes,
here.
we do. I want to upgrade my strength a little bit more. I want to learn the spell called Multi-Strike. Does what it says on the tin. And learn the spell called Physical Shield. Also pretty much does what it says on the tin.
Yeah, Physical Shield is
Upgrade
insanely
my
broken
magic
as
power
well. Because so this is a very infamous spell. So it basically puts a mana shield around you, magic shield, and any damage you take will be taken out of your magic instead. The key part of this is that it also stops your combat multiplier from dropping down. So you know the combo meter in the top left. Normally that goes down when you take a hit, not with Physical Shield. So that'll be very useful for XP acquisition.
In this very quest, actually.
So we've got some Balverines that are attacking the outside of the village.
They're also a little bit camera shy, so I need to make sure I'm not pointing the camera at where they spawn it from. Oh dear, that's unfortunate.
Feels like you're a stream sniper with that. Like there, it's like, hey, nice to meet you.
What was that lady doing?
She was doing her best. That's all we can ask of her.
She's running.
she was having
Running
none of
into
that.
the danger.
So we need to attack the White Balverine 10 times, and it could be with anything. So we're just going to zap it with lightning. Oh, just decided that was the same lady. She's like, don't run into
No, it was a different one, but yeah.
We'll pretend
Oh,
it's the
it's
same.
probably a different one.
Yeah.
That thing's skin is too.
That thing's skin is too tough, even for you.
Yeah, normally, if you, because you can cancel the, it's basically when the White Balverine has taken 10 hits, it will like go to a certain spot and then go, "Awoo," and then like jump up into the air. But you can cancel that animation a little bit. But unfortunately, that specific lady really likes to get in the way. Like if you're trying to like attack her from a distance with a bow, and she'll just be like, no.
Damn.
And yeah, the key thing that this quest is supposed to be telling us is that this thing can only be hurt by, or really hurt by special weapons, as if the Sword of Aeons isn't a special weapon, but
Yeah.
specifically, Balverines, Undead, and White Balverines especially are really weak to silver weapons.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll be making use of that, but yeah, just take note of how long it's going to take me to kill this thing with the Sword of Aeons.
Yeah, we'll save that
'Cause,
silver
yeah.
augmentation as a .FLA for later. But but for now, yeah. Unfortunately, the Sword of Aeons doesn't have any free augmentation slots. Otherwise, that would be mega broken. But for
yeah,
now,
very.
we can settle for just
Partially broken.
hitty Balverine with stick.
I want you to get out of the water, please.
You get your fur wet. Dangerous in there.
All right, so I'm going to be hitting various health barriers on this guy, and he's going to be summoning some Balverine buddies every time he does it. And they'll try to hit me and stuff. They may or may not get cleaved down in the process. Cleave runs live.
We mentioned super flourishes before, and that's a mechanic that's exclusive to this version, where normally a flourish does 25% extra damage, but if your combat multiplier is over 10, you see like the flourish icon in the right that was like on fire. It will instead do double damage, which is rather useful, and I can see why it was removed because it was just crazy good.
And it also gives you complete invincibility too, so you don't ever get knocked out of your flourishes.
That's also a pretty big plus.
Yeah, it really helps in more restrictive categories like no upgrades, where you don't get things like physical shield.
Familiar status.
All right, so I'm gonna be committing some. I can't say casual murder because we're doing a speed run, but otherwise casual murder.
Otherwise, okay. In a video game, in Minecraft.
In a video game. Let us clarify that.
Yeah, using all that quickly got an XP from the White Balverine, we are going to upgrade a little bit because we've got the arena, which is the lots of enemies attack you quest. So the reason that there was a little bit of video game slaughtery is because basically if you commit a serious crime in a town, when they ask you to pay the fine, if you say yes, you'll also get kicked out of town, which conveniently puts us where we need to go in Witchwood Lake. So hopefully, if all goes to plan.
The guardsmen may or may not try to hit me, but it should be fine. They should never actually be able to kill me.
Yeah. So there we go. Thrown out of town. That saves about 15 seconds. Would you say 10, 15 seconds?
I'd say at least like 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
I first thought about doing it in Anniversary, and that's a little bit less effective there because of the fact that you have such better movement tech already. But for OG, it probably saves like around about 5 to 10 seconds.
2 minutes then, noted. Cool, so yeah, we are entering the arena, and we have a little bit of waiting time here because we basically we've got a bandit named Chameleon who is going to go in before us. Oh, we're getting a title. Which one are we going for?
Shout out to Budget Builds Official. I have to do it for him.
Yeah, so we're going to have a little bit of waiting here. Give him a little wave. Where the bandit Chameleon goes in and then dies in the arena. So we'll have a little bit of waiting time while we pick up potions and stuff. So
pleased to serve you.
Potions, another silver augmentation, because that will come in handy in this quest specifically. Gonna buy a new longbow. Gonna be assigning some things to my buttons, and okay, I guess we are using lamp from the get-go. I did mean to bind it, but we can just have it on. It'll be fine.
That's right.
We'll be able to see.
So yes, we're going to do a little strat here. So this is Owl. We are going to give Owl a little nudge down the stairs, very carefully. He seems to be having a good time. Look at him. He's jolly.
He's munching on something.
Yeah. That's the one thing you'll notice, that whenever the guards walk, you may have to zoom in for this. This is 480p content. is that whenever the guards walk, they like also like just go am, 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 am. Like they're biting an invisible cookie. It's pretty good. Amazing. The reason we put him here was not just for fun, but also because it means that when the after the cutscenes where he says, "Oh, you can go in," it means that he's right there, so you don't have to go up there and skip the do all of that stuff.
So, the spell that I learned before coming to the arena was Force Push. Pretty much does what it says on the tin, but it is a little bit more than just that. It's a good animation canceller, and it also is not very discriminatory when, with regards to what it considers dealing damage to.
Indeed, yes. You'll notice the combat multiplier is going up at quite an alarming rate. So yeah, the Force Push is a great spell because it does damage, but it also doesn't check if the thing you're damaging is alive or not. So we are damaging these wasps here that have also reached the state of unlife, which is giving us a lot of combat multiplier.
Wasps.
Yes.
They've gone to meet their makers.
Yeah, so we've reached about double our highest combat multiplier previously. So yeah, this will be useful in the arena because there's a lot of like waiting around for enemies to spawn and stuff. We can just force push our way. It also gives us will XP, which is quite nice.
Yeah, fun fact about Sword of Aeons too. It has a few augmentations on it. It's been kind of helping us a little bit throughout the run already. Through the health augmentation, which slowly restores health, and also the will augmentation, which increases your mana regeneration rate, even through physical shield being active, which would normally like cease will regeneration.
Yeah.
But it also has an experience augmentation, which it basically increases all experience gains by 10%. And that's going to come in very handy here.
Good stuff.
Ooh, locked camera. Okay, I unlocked it. Okay. Kill my hob.
So we're going to get the appearance of very, very, very special guest here just for you tonight, the viewer, you, the person listening and watching this. No, not the guy over there, you. We have a special guest. Her name is Whisper. She will be here to assist us in the arena. I say
assist is a term very, very, we use that term very lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah, among the animations that Force Push can cancel, it also includes death animations, which is, yeah, pretty useful.
Yeah.
All right.
Unfortunately, the strats we have to use on this version of the run rather than the Lost Chapters is like a little bit more finicky, because in the Lost Chapters we have a few more glitches, which mean we can like use Inflame and just like dispatch them all within a second. But we have to use our noggins a little bit more for here. So here's the White Balverine. There's the White Balverine dead.
Oh dear. Okay.
That is the power of 2 silver augmentations because they stack on top of each other. A silver augmentation will do 6 times the damage to a White Balverine, and then a second silver augmentation will do 6 times. So we're doing 36 times the damage, which is a rather large number. So 3,000, that's it dead. 3,000, that's another one dead. You can see things are going pretty well here, actually. Pretty shapely arena so far.
Yeah.
There is one use of Whisper, which is that you can talk to her and that will skip the announcer's dialogue, because the announcer really loves the sound of his own voice. But yeah, so we can just like talk to her, talk to Whisper to skip that dialogue. You need to do it a little bit carefully though, because if you talk to her too fast after saying yes, there is the opportunity for a soft lock. Pretty sure.
Yeah, it's not a soft lock. It doesn't soft lock. Like the dialogue just kind of overlaps and doesn't let the cutscene play as it should.
I see.
But you can just dismiss it with hitting like tab or space or whatever, like A.
I was going to say tab
We're playing on console.
Yeah, that would be an issue. Playing, we can't press tab. We're on an Xbox. What do we do now? We're in trouble.
Oh, I got, okay, yeah. I do kind of need to like pay attention to how many times I do or do not get hit.
Yeah.
Ideally though, with physical shield being active the entire time. Whisper, you can see how like this round with her especially is annoying.
Yeah.
If she knocks down the undead on you.
Yeah, speaking of knocking down the undead, oh, first of all, we're going to do what is called the Spinny Boy strat. So there's those rotating rotor blade thingies. They rotate.
I'm just making a tiny use of it, taking like only one hit just to make sure I can one-shot these guys because I literally just need one little extra like oomph.
Yeah. So basically those
to
rotor blades,
those.
they do like, if you stand within them, they'll do like 4 hits, which like massively increases the damage you do with the Berserk. So you can just kind of like chill in there for a little bit and it'll be good.
Go arrow dodger.
The announcer so like builds up so much tension. It's like 3, 2, 1. See? You can see just how much damage you're doing is quite insane.
Oh, what are you doing over there, mate?
Yeah. The frame rate's also it's taking a little bit of a tumble in the arena, but it's chugging along. Yeah. Again, we are playing on the original Xbox version of the game, which the original Xbox edition is actually the best version in terms of like if you're playing this version of the game. The original Xbox is the best one to run it on. It is available for 360, but the frame rate takes a noticeable chug. It can also now, as of 2021, mid to late 2021, it can also be run on emulator, kind of. The frame rate's not good, but it does indeed run, which is very exciting news.
And it does kind of freeze from time to time as well, so it's not exactly speedrun safe at all.
But Clean Sarah has proved you can indeed finish the game with it.
Same goes with Xbox version of Lost Chapters as well.
Exactly.
So, yeah. XEMU is coming along.
Big shout outs. Big fan of that. We're going to fight up against the 2 rock trolls. These are probably one of the toughest enemies in terms of like damage they take and stuff, but we do a pretty good job of it. Also, if we're lucky, we will reflect some of their rocks. You can actually bounce back their rocks if you like hit them with a sword. In other versions of the run, you'll like strategically do it so like you berserk just as they chuck a rock, so you'll like knock it back towards them.
Yep.
So now we're going to fight off against basically the final boss of the arena, which is the Arachnox. It is a giant scorpion, so I guess keep your eye out if you're
so-called Arachnox.
So-called Arachnox. So it did have a health phase there. We didn't even talk about health phases. Health phases are basically is it even worse? We've got like 1 health phase left, but basically most bosses in this game have health phases where they like, after they take a certain amount of damage, they'll do something like they'll do an animation, spawn some guys, do a dance or something like that. And at that point, they can take damage, but it won't actually reduce their health at all. So we want to sort of like be quite strategic with that. But with the Arachnox, it's not really an issue.
Yeah. There is a way somehow to skip that like burrowing animation. It's just not shown to be at all consistent so far, and we still kind of have no idea what even caused it to ever happen in the first place.
Yeah.
As far as I know. All right, I kind of want to try and keep Whisper away from him as he's dying, because if she lands a hit on him as he's dying, she would have stolen my general experience orbs. Shout outs to the fact that there's lots of orbs that we're picking up the entire run.
Yeah.
Completely glossed over that.
Yeah, those green orbs, they're XP. Kind of neglected to mention this.
Oh my god, I'm getting how do I beat Whispered? Okay.
Whisper is down. We unfortunately don't kill her. We spare her for this one because it's a tiny
What are you
bit
talking
faster.
about? Unfortunately.
Donation incentives, in it. We got a $10 donation for Kill Whisper.
Lucky Whisper. We are not raising money today.
That's all right. Just your bank account, Twitch Prime. No. Sorry.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I should say something because I saw a message in chat. There's nothing wrong with the modded Xbox. That is true. The only thing that having an Xbox being modded is the only benefit it gives us is just some even out load times.
Yeah.
And because, like I was trying to say at some point, I'm not sure if it was before or after, you know, an unfortunate event, but yeah, even like hard drives themselves, even if you have the game installed on it, like they will probably eventually die, but like Xbox DVD drives, most cases these days are probably not doing so well, and load times are going to be very inconsistent and variable between like different like even if it's the exact same model, it can drastically differ.
It's
based
also
on,
surprisingly
like,
easy
where.
to mod an Xbox.
Yeah. And honestly, as long as you can just soft mod your Xbox very easily these days. Just need like a little thumbstick.
Yeah. This isn't like, it's easy. Just unscrew it, turn up the flim flam, switch it loop-de-loop, upside down, round and round, solder it all together, and bam, you've got a mod. No, like you just like get a game and a USB stick, and that's most of what you need.
Yep. Yeah, and the difference, like, it makes such a huge difference, and it honestly just helps a lot with stability. Not to mention, if I were running, the Xbox I'm running on currently can't even, like, run games at all. I'm lucky it can even read any games to install them onto the hard drive.
It tends to walk games, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, most cases it's going to come up with the disk you're using may be dirty or damaged. Because mine is a Thompson drive, and most of those are basically dead nowadays. It's like, especially the Thompson drives. But like basically TLDR, we allow modded Xboxes just for the sake of installing the game on the hard drive because it is definitely so much better than trying to read it off of your disk.
Plus, who wants to wait around? Let's be honest.
True.
So we're going to enter Battlestone North. There is actually several ways of entering this map early, which is quite useful. We do it in some other...
Sorry.
Yeah, so we do this in some other versions of the run where we enter Battlestone North early, because that gives us access to quite a few maps, and also the Solus Greatsword, which, outside of the Sword of Aeons in this version, is the strongest weapon in the game. Yeah, you can also notice our health mana bars are a little bit disproportionate. We don't need health, but we need mana. The power physical shield. But yeah, also as a note, because I know some people in chat are asking, the reason, so basically this is the 2004 original version. There's the PC version, which is the Lost Chapters, which is almost like the director's cut. That was released in 2005, PC and Xbox. That is probably
that's going to be a buffered menu, but that's fine.
Probably the most competitive version of the game. There's like, it has the most amount of runners, most amount of tech and resources and everything like that. There's also Fable Anniversary, which came out on Xbox 360 and PC, which has also got a lot of unique tech. And all three of those are separate because they have separate tech, separate strats and everything. So they're kind of the same game, but also not really. It's like three different versions of the game. It's like, I guess think of it like Ocarina of Time Master Quest, and like Ocarina of Time version 0.9, or something like that. So it's three different versions of the game, but they all have their own little quirks and unique things. But there's nothing wrong with running any of them, apart from Anniversary on 360. We don't do that.
I mean, some of us do. It's only mostly for the memes, just because of how unstable that version is, especially.
Yeah.
And just absolutely slow and horrible. I can't recommend it. It's fun in its own way, but it's not good for competition at all.
These people have a very strange definition of fun, I will hasten to add.
Isn't that what speedrunning is, though?
Also, we're going to
Strange
rescue the
definition of fun.
archaeologist. We just need to kill these 2 minions. There's a little timer that goes on in the background, and after that timer, so basically once minions start reaching the dock, you'll have to kill all of them. If you just rush to the end and like kill those last 2, it'll be like, oh yeah, you saved them, and all the others will disappear.
It dawned on me that we don't do a recall strat in this version.
Yeah, no. Because the PC versions will use loadless time, so they'll time out the loads, it's faster to teleport out and then teleport back in. But because this is an Xbox, it's faster to just run back through.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. So let's get ourselves caught up on the story a bit here. So we, after we had conquered the arena, we were introduced to a fella named Jack of Blades, main antagonist of the game. No big deal. We don't see very much of him in all honesty. But along with that, we were given some backstory about our mother. Turns out she was the first female hero to become arena champion. That's pretty cool. And she's also being held in Bargate Prison. We got some confirmation on that from our sister, who we met at the Grey House just a little bit ago as well, before rescuing the archaeologist. The reason we needed to rescue the archaeologist, because A, we like him. He has an unused trophy called a Scrumpy Crate, but we can never access. And what else? Oh yeah, he also knows the only other way of getting into Bargate Prison, other than the obvious of just lol, get imprisoned. He knows a back way, and that's what we're doing here in Litchfield Graveyard.
Yeah. We also have the Gravekeeper.
So I accidentally spoke to him a little bit too soon. Soft target system was just a little bit not
Bit too
on my
eager to have
side
a
there.
chat there, clean. But yeah, no, so basically this is one of the most annoying and RNG dependent quests in the game. So we basically need to dig up the 4 pieces of this ancient hero named Nostro's gear. So we've got his armor, his helmet, his sword, and his shield. And gather for these, and the path he shall yield.
Yep.
So yeah, we're going to do this, and we're going to, unfortunately, that will require doing some fishing. And fishing, let me talk about fishing for a minute. Fishing is like an evil version of the game red light, green light. So the green light, you can start reeling it in. Red light, it starts biting back, and if you keep pressing A, you'll snap the line. So, so yeah.
It's made even worse on console because of the fact that you can only have so many inputs accepted in a certain window of time. So just to give you an idea.
Red light, green light.
I can mash a lot faster than that, but the game literally does not let me mash faster than that. I need to go about that speed, or I am actually losing time.
Yeah.
It is kind of ridiculous.
The good thing at least is that makes it a lot safer. Whereas on the PC version it's very tense.
Also, I think in OG it is actually, because in TLC it was kind of rebalanced around the existence of the Rod of Champions, which the original version does not have. So it is a bit more lenient than in Lost Chapters.
As a side note, I think Nostro was probably sleeping on his side because he was like, my arm, during that cutscene.
He'd be like that. I mean, he's been dead for a while, so...
Yeah, that'd probably leave you with a dead arm.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Achy arm.
So that is the most useless but important cutscene in the game.
Yeah.
If that cutscene doesn't play, you cannot finish the quest. Why is this important? Because the savvy out of you there in the audience might think, hey, why didn't you just clip through that door? You can do this, but then that cutscene doesn't play and you can't finish this quest, which is quite annoying because then you'd be able to skip all the fishing and like digging up gravestones and opening tombs and everything, and it would be great.
And also this bit of micro RNG with enemy AI.
Yeah.
These guys need to step into this stone circle in order to become attackable.
Yeah.
And even with having the lamp on to make me more notice me. Okay, let's just waste a flourish. That's fine.
That's all right.
Gravekeeper is making it through this ordeal.
But then he disappears.
Budget would be proud.
It's so sad. But yeah, there's currently, I believe, $250 bounty on getting that working graveyard skip that saves time on the PC version. We've tried a lot of things, but if you are interested, you can join the Fable Discord and join in the fun of trying to figure out graveyard skip and prison skip, which kind of works, kind of doesn't. How would you join the Fable Discord at what I can't remember all that URL. So it's going to be go to speedrun.com/Fable, and on the left there'll be an option to click Discord. You just join that Discord server and we're all in there. We all have a great time. It's lovely. We're all very welcoming, and yeah, it's a great community. Big shout out to the Fable community.
That's how I got there too.
Yeah. Everyone is welcome in there.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask, like, what got you started speedrunning Fable in particular?
Bane, you first.
That is an interesting story. That was actually my very first speed game was Fable, TLC. Because I was actually originally looking to get into Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, specifically the Level 1 Data Organization RTA category that they've had going for years. That was like my first, I guess, kind of hook into speedrunning, the way it's known these days. But I didn't have a capture card at the time, so the only other thing I had was emulator, because I didn't have a working NTSC-J PS2 as well, so I couldn't do speedruns with emulator because that's not allowed in that community as far as I know. And then I was just like, okay, I need to find something else that I can ruin from my childhood, so I looked at Fable TLC, and I was like, you know what, I bet I know this game pretty well, I could do this. Hint, I didn't actually know that game as much as I thought I did. I've learned so much more stuff in the last 5 years. But yeah, like just kind of watched I think it was, I don't remember who had the record at the time. I think it was either Adam here or it was Blasted T.
It was probably me. I'm gonna gloat and say it was probably me.
It probably was. But like I didn't actually, well, maybe I did know that, but I did watch one of Blasted's runs and I took notes, and that's when I got my starting with it.
Yeah.
And
I
that
think
was
it was
5 years
Giant
ago?
Steps 92 at the time who came into my chat first, I want to say. Right. And then later on, Adam and Blasted and KJ Freshly came in around the same time that I did, and it was all good fun. Back when there was just a Skype group. This was before the Discord server existed.
Oh my gosh!
I want to say I want to say it's close to 6 years.
Okay.
I guess to give my story, because I'm the old fart around here. So I remember watching. So this is going to show my age a little bit. I'm only 25, I promise. On Google Video, right? Before YouTube, there was Google Video, and there was a speedrun of Fable, the original Xbox version, in 1:37 game time, which I think is like 150 something, or like 2 hours real time. Just give an idea of how much it's gone down. I remember watching that and thinking, that's pretty neat. And then nothing for several years. And then in about 2013, I found speedrunning on a little site called twitch.tv. And yeah, I saw that there was a speedrun on Speed Demos Archive. Who remembers Speed Demos Archive?
GD, who remembers?
Yeah. And I looked at it and went, I could beat that. So a little bit of practice later, and yes, I did indeed beat it. That was in 2013, 2014, and 7-8 years later, here I am still. The community has grown quite a lot since then. It was me and Blaster T who I found on a Reddit comment saying that he ran Fable. Yeah, it's diversified quite a lot. Again, there was a Skype group of about 10 people, and now we have just hit 500 people in the Fable Discord server, so give everyone a round of applause.
Nice.
So yeah, this is it's a very good community, very welcoming. It's been a great place to be for the last 8 years. I've been a little bit less active in the last year, but I am planning to get back into it with there's a few exciting things on the horizon.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We'll be looking out for those.
Imagine,
Thank you both for sharing.
No problem. Imagine completing a game 100%, but imagine completing it more than 100%. Imagine truly beating a game 100%. That's what I'll say.
You might even say plus.
Beyond.
Plus what?
Just plus.
Ominous. So yeah, I guess story exposition time. We are in the prison. We've been sent there by Jack of Blades. We are basically like a bald Humpty Dumpty in our Great British underwear, doing some roles, doing the prison exercises. So basically, we do the prison exercise for a chance to listen to the warden's poetry.
The cautionary song of the jailbird. Behold, the ball.
Great poetry. And these books which have the key to escape in them. Luckily, these books aren't RNG. They are, you always fail it the first time and get it the second time. You'll never get the key successfully on your first year, which is actually a good thing. Even though it means more time in prison, if this was RNG, you would just lose like 2 minutes here if you failed it. So you can either like finish the race successfully over 2 years, or you can fail the first race and then pass the second race, and then you'll get the book.
Yep.
So also one small thing, we've got some hashtag beard facts. So this beard you have right here is the chin beard. It is a beard in the game, but no place sells it. You can't get it from anywhere else. The prison is the only place you can get the beard in this game. It's really weird. Like, it seems like it's a beard that should exist. It like has a name, description, stats and everything, but just nobody sells it. There is an entry for it in the official strategy guide. Because we bought the strategy guide, we've reached that level. And it says, oh yeah, in a house in Bowerstone South, which just doesn't exist. It's like a house on the north of Bowerstone South when there's no houses on the north. It's pretty annoying. So we're going to do the second prison race here.
Also, just as a note, the only thing we can do to make this faster is if we were playing it in French. I'm playing it in English just because of nostalgia reasons. But
yes.
This would be a good time to talk about what we've tried for Prison Skip.
What have we tried for Prison Skip? We have tried... Okay, so when Jack catches you and sends you to prison, you can skip that cutscene trigger. You can go around it and leave the map, but you can't leave it because basically there's a system in this game called quest areas, where like when you're on a quest, only certain areas will be available. So you can leave the map, but they will say, oh, hey, you're leaving a quest area, which is annoying. We've tried getting a hitbox in and trying to summon clip out. Doesn't work. We don't have magic. We've tried leaving the map. Even if you like get the best case scenario and you can leave the map, once you reach the courtyard, like the map we were just in, we won't be able to enter any other maps. What else have we tried? We've tried hero save strats. We've tried everything under the sun and nothing. We do have a semi-prison skip for anniversary, but it's more like a Kraken skip. So we're going to fight off against a Kraken later. And
it basically just skips out the entire going back through the way we came in from escape part of the sequence. Yeah.
How
much time does French save? It saves 34 seconds over English, and English is actually the slowest in comparison.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah, there is currently, I don't know exactly how much it's been lost through the weeds a little bit, but I personally put another $250 bounty on a successful prison skip. Successful being able to be done in a run and saves time. If you want to earn yourself $500, just find those 2 skips. But yes, French is the fastest language. It saves 34 seconds just because of the spoken dialogue. Like they just talk faster in French.
Because it's not in the cutscene, we can't skip it, but we can make them talk faster. So that's why all the optimal speedruns are done in French. I say optimal, but I also always run 100% in English just because.
Yeah, preference sake. Also, while we're heading back through the prison tunnels, this is a very good hydration check. You, the person listening to this, you have any water near you? Make sure you drink some water. If not, fill up the water. Do you have any cups or plates in your room that need to be put away? Now's a good time to do that.
True.
Big hydration
Very
check.
true.
Make sure you're drinking some water. Thank you, Wintilda, for correcting me. The prison skip alone is $450. So, big money. Would you like to bankrupt the Fable community using this one weird trick?
Oh my goodness. Please, let me go.
Hello there, officer. What seems to be the problem?
What seems to be the officer problem? What the heck? Get him.
Interesting note about the guards. They're one of the few enemies which don't give any good nor evil points for killing them, because it's like a morally
Yeah, those
neutral
guards
thing.
specifically, they're a little weird.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kraken fight, honestly pretty straightforward. I just need to dispatch its tentacles here. And best way to go about doing that is with multi-arrow, does what it says on the tin. And then it comes up from below to reveal his face, and I just need to damage his face. Nice and easy stuff. And then we get another tentacle phase, and then we finally get another, I refer to it as face phase.
Face phase. I like that.
And then, because of the way the second phase works, it's best to just do it with a multi-arrow. Because he'll charge up a longer-lasting breath attack.
Yeah.
Oh, I should probably use those 2 charges there. There we go.
Nice. So hey, quest complete. We're free from the prison. Yay. We're approaching the home stretch of the game. I'm so used to TLC where it's like you still got like all of that content, but no, we are nearly at the end of the game. So we're going to head to Barrowfields and we're going to activate the ancient Colors Gate, and that will take us to Hook Coast, where nobody goes and nobody comes from, not even the people who live there.
True. I'm surprised that quick fade worked with how far that was.
I'm surprised as well, I'll be honest.
Yeah. Don't have very many opportunities for quick fades going forward. Especially if I'm going to be playing it safe, which means I'm not doing one here.
Yeah.
Thumb is away from the controller.
Best behavior.
Put that thumb away. All right.
You need to get to the Colors Gate in the middle of Darkwood. The gate will only open when its hunger for undead souls is sated.
So yeah, what Scarlet Robe just said. We rescued our mother from Bargate Prison. Yeah, we just need to get to Hook Coast now, just as was said before. So the bigger the undead that you kill here, the more substantial gains you get for the progress bar there. So I was trying to kill the generals there. Those are the big, like, bright blue ones.
Yeah, the ones with the little zappy swords.
So yeah, I'm currently brandishing a weapon, which is a 40 gold fine. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be brandishing a weapon for that much longer anyway, because this cutscene just automatically sheathes it for me.
Yeah, very kind of it. Unfortunately, we couldn't go.
There's a barrier in our way.
There is a barrier in the way, and our mother couldn't go 2 minutes without being kidnapped again. So, so yeah, we're going to head back there, and she's been kidnapped. So we will have to forego all of our quests and go and. Luckily,
All those
we found
quests
a
that we
book.
don't have.
Yeah, we found a book, which we're going to find a book in a second, which it just so happens to decode.
Be a thing about barriers.
Yeah, The barrier book, who'd have thunk it? Also a bit weird it was in Maze's quarters. Don't know what that's about. I mean, it's not a traitor or anything, so no idea what
Surely
it was
not.
doing there.
From your mother. Quickly.
No clue whatsoever.
Speak to me.
All right. And just for safety's sake, I'm going to make sure I have plenty of potions for the rest of the run. We do. We are good.
As he said, Hook Coast. Nobody goes there. Nobody comes from there.
All right. All right. Jack has captured our mother again.
What are the odds?
So what's so important about Hook Ghost anyway? Basically, there's a little thing that Jack is after ultimately. I may or may not have it on my back right now. He may or may not be a bit blind, but it's fine. We'll forgive him.
Fine. Yeah, he may or may not be after the Sword of Aeons, but also fails to notice that it is on his back. And then we'll have a little
thing. The
yeah.
whole business in Hook Coast is that there's a key here, and it will only make itself known to one of my family's bloodlines. So, conveniently, that's where I'm going to be. It's going to make itself known to us. Our sister's going to be here as well, unbeknownst to us until this cutscene. And also, oh no, Maze is in fact a traitor. We have to deal with him.
We found the imposter emergency meeting.
Uh-oh.
Among Us. Sorry.
Maze's been acting kind of sus, though. Not gonna lie.
True. This is one of the few
I'm gonna
things
wait here.
Yeah.
Just for the... Make sure I do this fight right.
Maze is one of the most important health phase fights because you can skip health phases by like attacking him just as he gets up from a knockdown, which we call lighthouse skip. So you can see he's in the lighthouse and then he comes back down. So it's a real pain to go up the lighthouse and down the lighthouse. So we...
Especially on console, let me tell you what. Shoutouts to seal buffers, by the way. I've been using those like on so many autosaves. That is an OG exclusive thing. It doesn't even work on the Xbox version of Lost Chapters. It's just really fun to do. Also really easy. Just hold down D on the D-pad, down on the D-pad on the like halfway point in the autosave.
We don't have a keyboard. How many times have I told you? Are you gonna go for?
No.
No, do it for the kids.
I'm not. It's really hard to aim on console with the controller. It's really slow.
Dang it.
And yeah. I also don't want to waste my multi-arrow charge.
That's all right. So to give it a little bit of explanation, there's a strat that's called Jack's Hit. I hasten to add the space
that's
in
what
between.
it is.
Yeah. Where basically like because if you attack Jack, it will start the cutscene to take you to the next area. So like with a very well placed arrow, you can hit the you can hit Jack from like the other side of the map, which is pretty cool. Who was it that found it?
I do not remember.
Was it me?
Oh no.
I don't think it was me. I don't want to take credit for it. It probably wasn't me.
Aiming's hard. What can I say?
That is true. You're also on an Xbox.
Yeah. If only I had like some Xbox mouse accessory. That would have been nice.
Oh god. Got the mouse with like 2 buttons, no scroll wheel. Maybe a third button in the middle. It's just like 3 identical looking clickers. I don't know. What do you call the...
But yeah. Basically, in order to get the sword that is on our backs right now, Jack is going around and activating these focus sites because of some shenanigans, some ancient rituals, which some of our ancestors had done to, you know, hide the sword from him. Because, frankly, it is a powerful sword. I could see why he wants it. But yeah, Jack is a very ancient dude.
Yeah. In fact, he's so ancient, he's about to be put in the ground soon. Oh god, spoilers.
Oh. I mean, final boss, you know, you kind of have to, like, guess that a little bit. Wow! My goodness. I cannot believe that that quick fade was actually quick. Oh boy.
So yeah, we are reaching the very close to the end of the game. So the guild is on fire. Things are going terribly. The Jack has the Sword of Aeons. So we are going to fight him with the Sword of Aeons.
Last quick fade is an instant one. Let's go.
Last quick fade. You want to do shout outs while you're doing this? We're just
Oh yeah. First of all, happy birthday, Big Law. I hope I get your big shot off here.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm kind of want to just make sure I don't screw this up somehow.
Yeah.
If that's all right.
I'll do some shout outs for you in the meantime. Shout outs.
2, 3.
Okay,
Nope,
we're good.
No big shot.
So there's a strat you can do, which is frame perfect, where you can charge the bow during this cutscene. But alas, yeah. Shout outs to Clean Sarah. Thank you for doing this run. Very good showing. All underestimate as well.
Absolute thanks for having me on.
Yeah, thank you to GDQ and all the staff and everyone here for allowing us the opportunity. Very, very kind of you.
Yeah, this has been really fun. I appreciate you both being here and Clean Sarah showing
Oh,
it
hey,
off
time
for
as
us.
well. Sorry.
Time. Sorry. Yeah.
Time.
Sorry, we kind of neglected that. We was busy.
There would have been time for shout outs here at the end, so you can continue if you'd like.
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Shout outs to the whole Fable community. Everyone in there is really wonderful, amazing people. Great people I've known over the last 8+ years. Again, join the Fable Discord. It's like, oh, where do I want to speedrun Fable now? What do I do? Speedrun.com/Fable. Click Discord, join the Discord. We've got every game in there. We've got Fable 1, we've got Fable 2, we've got Fable 3. We even have Fable the Journey. Do you want to speedrun the Connect game? Probably not, but if you want to, you can.
Fable Heroes is probably a better game to be speedrunning than the Journey, but anyway.
But yeah, we have a whole bunch of great resources. We've got text guides, video guides, and everything. Yeah, it's just a great place to be. It's a great run. There's a whole bunch of variety in all the categories. 100% is wild and wacky and fun and gets up to all kinds of shenanigans. All Silver Quest is a fun middle ground. We've even got meme categories. We've got stick only. You can beat the game using only a stick.
Something for everyone.
Yeah. Even those who are masochists and want to beat the game using only a stick.
Well, thank you both again for being here. Those of you watching, if you enjoyed this run, please make sure you follow our runner here on Twitch. That's twitch.tv/CleanSarah, as well as our commentator for tonight. That was Atom, twitch.tv/ETEM. But we are going to break soon. But before we do, I just want to say a big thank you to all of our subscribers for making this show and other hotfix shows possible. Did you know that if you have an Amazon Prime account, you can subscribe to any Twitch channel of your choice every month for free? So please consider using your Prime Gaming account to subscribe to the GDQ Twitch channel if you like. And don't forget that Flame Fatales is coming up August 15th through the 24th. You can go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more information on that. We'll be right back with Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Don't go away.
Thank you, everyone.
Yep.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Time Capsule here on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. I'm your host, Smooth Operative, and we are all set up for our next speedrun of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. I am joined by Range and Red Mage. Welcome. How are you both doing?
We're doing great, thank you.
Perfect. Well, if you'd like to introduce yourselves to our audience here, that would be amazing.
Hey everybody, I am Range. I speedrun KOTOR 1 and 2. I started it because I love the game, you know. It's a great RPG game.
Of course.
And yeah, I stuck with it because the community was so great. You know, everyone's so helpful. There's a lot of great resources available already. There's been so much hard work put into it. Even since it was released, there are a couple of people speedrunning it. So, and there's a lot of glitches. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, so much hard work. It's the main game I speedrun. Red Mage? Even since it was released, there are a couple of people speedrunning it, so and there's a lot of glitches. It's a lot of fun.
Personally, and even back then, it had a really great community.
Red Mage,
like Glass Knock and Indy Kenobi, just instantly making it great community. So it was, yeah, just a great place to kind of start speedrunning for me.
Yeah, we love to nerd out about the game. And yeah, speedran Majora's Mask a little bit, but that game is too hard.
So tell us about the category. It's unrestricted all quests. What does that mean exactly?
So in KOTOR 1 and 2, there is a journal, and in the journal, there's an active side of it and a completed side of it, and basically all quest entails collecting every quest that appears in the active journal and then moving it to the completed side of the journal. And then there are a few weird things that certain quests they programmed do. Like, for instance, some quests, when you complete them, they get deleted from the journal. So in that case, we require you to complete it, or sorry, we require you to get it. You require you to get it in the active journal and then move it to the completed side, or sorry, and then get it deleted. So you got to still pick it up, do whatever you have to do to get it deleted. You can't leave it in your journal. And so there are some weird behaviors with quests in this game, which has led to runs getting invalidated. You know, I don't know. In this game, there was just not that much information available. I mean, not to say that, like, there were a couple people who ran all quests, and but basically everyone up until like the last year had missed quest in the all quest category. But we've got it all figured out now, and now it's an amazing category again. Yeah.
Well, that sounds like a good plan to me. So whenever you are ready with the countdown, we are ready to get going.
Cool. So, right, you start a new game, you have to make a character. In a lot of RPG games, you have to like build a character in a fun way, you know, stacking strength or whatever. But in this speedrun, we're going to make use of a tool that the developers put in to help them just kind of be strong and move around the game and the modules without having too much trouble, so they could test stuff. We can use glitches to access it, and it's called the development character. Anyway, with that in mind, we're going to get started. I'll count down from 3. Red Mage, you can take over too. All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so right away there's going to be a multitude of glitches, and so we'll explain them one at a time, and not quite as fast as he'll be doing them. But the first thing is you can skip cutscenes in this game. Not the like video ones, which are easy to skip, but like in-game cutscenes you can skip by quick saving up to a point and then loading that quick save by either quick loading or going into the menu and loading it. And we make use of that a few times in this run, and for example here to make a save right at the start of the tutorial, and also to just skip the talking about it right at the start. And then for now we're just playing the prologue like normal, and we'll be doing some more glitches later on.
Yeah. Yeah, we're looting the locker, looting the plasteel cylinder, you know, just normal gameplay stuff for a little bit longer. This droid is actually very important. It's important in the prologue because it's tied to a quest. It's important later because we'll actually be coming back and taking this droid with us, because it'll have a lot of uses later on that we'll talk about when we get to that point.
Yeah.
Using that table is actually a quest also, so we're just kind of doing mundane things. What's up, Red Mage?
Just saying, yeah, this droid will give us some nice time saves later. It's always good to have, you know, 2 characters so you can split up and do some multiple quests, of course, and some other time saves that you'll see.
A new glitch called an anywhere menu glitch. If you Alt F4 during a save or a load screen, you can actually use the menu that pops up to cancel cutscenes, move around during cutscenes, a bunch of other stuff as well.
Yeah.
You can take it from here with this glitch.
Yeah, so this one is called a hotshot. It uses anywhere menu glitches and a multitude of others to basically shuffle around save data, and transfers mainly character, party, like party information and coordinate information. But if, for example, the main character has never been to the module you're teleporting to on the save you're transferring, you become what we explained earlier as the development character, which you saw as level 12 and had a lightsaber, but we'll see them a lot later on. For now,
so when you
we're
exit
just-
the prologue, it gets deleted from your save. So when we go back to it, we've never actually been there before, and it transforms us into the development character, like Red Mage just said. And then we do a glitch called a hot shot, which we already did one, to return back to Paragus with this droid, who's going to be really useful later. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. You got to watch a little cutscene. Krea's going to talk to us. Krea is basically is like your master in this game, I would say. Your tutor.
Yeah. If you don't talk to her, you don't get to progress in the game. You soft lock, so we have to watch that small cutscene there. And we equipped the plasma torch because it instantly unlocks doors when you use it to bash, or containers when you use it to bash. So it is very useful. It and lightsabers are the only weapons that do that.
Gonna do a small trick here, which literally saves like half a second at best. Juicy. You know, we have to run a little bit. Later on, we get access to some more movement tech. Or actually, literally, like in just 5 seconds, I'm about to get a level up.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get force speed. Classic force spell from both games. Makes you faster. Useful for us. We like to be fast.
The only level up we will be doing manually in the entire game.
And then once again, I just did an anywhere menu glitch. I quick saved and Alt forward. And right now I can actually close this menu at a certain point and break out of this cutscene and resume using my keybinds like save and load. And that allows us to cancel out of that cutscene early.
Yeah.
A little bit of saving because there's a weird black fade in. Oh, nice RNG. Let's go. Make a save. And then we're going to use this droid to cheat ourselves to T3. And basically, voila, this droid is known as the development droid. And depending on what module you're in, you can talk to it to arbitrarily progress the story, basically. It depends on which module you're in, right? But the developers put it in on the prologue, and it's just normal on the prologue. But when you get it off the prologue, you can actually use it to just destroy the game. Also, another little bit of tidbit information about this game. Every menu that we have can be keybound, and that just makes like menuing in this game really fast and very fun. In some later BioWare games, I mean, they still have a ton of menus, but I don't know, they took away that. They took away some of what makes this game so fun. That's okay. I love Mass Effect though. Don't get me wrong. Mass Effect is great.
All right. So here
we're just doing menus.
We're just doing some more quests to get Paragus moved along, and then we were development character just for a moment, but now we're going to be back to back to our regular selves, I believe.
Yeah, we just hot-shotted back to the administration level, and we need to talk to 3C. Go down to 11. Pretend T3 got the emergency hatch working. And this allows us to go talk to Atten. Talking to him here apparently skips a cutscene later or something weird. I don't know. And now we're going to do a new glitch where this is actually the only one in the run. This glitch is called a displaced loading zone. It's really common in KOTOR 1 any % unrestricted. There's actually 10 in the run now. In this run, there's only 1. This saves like 2 minutes of walking. So all you have to do is line your X coordinate up with the X coordinate of a loading zone, and the game checks the coordinate every frame. And as soon as you hit it, it's a very pixel perfect coordinate. It will fire a loading zone that you're not actually next to. And this one's actually not hard. This is going poorly now, but I'll get it in a second. No worries.
Yeah, so it actually not only has to be the same X coordinate, but you also have to be south of it in the module, and not south on the map that it shows, but south on like the developer's kit's map, which is different because it is.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
This is actually a really solid setup.
Yeah, this
it's
is
just
taking longer
you,
than it
you get
normally
unlucky
does.
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes
There we
you
go.
don't get
There we go. There we go.
as lucky as others. Yeah, there it is.
I probably could have like wiggled to the left a little bit more. Unfortunately. Okay, so now I'm gonna make a save and use this terminal. This is some weird kind of micro route stuff, but using that terminal opens the airlock loading zone, and we need to go there now for a quest. But the reason we made the save before the terminal is because we want to use that function again later and open the all right, so my party member's dead. That's actually fine. You can just keep reviving it by walking into the loading zone. Okay, checking if I had VSync on or off. All right, so I activated an anywhere menu glitch. Fun fact about this anywhere menu glitch, it looks different in both games, but I actually have the KOTOR 1 anywhere menu glitch, which is also just the quit game menu. I have it tattooed on my arm. So yeah.
Forgot about that.
Live free, go fast.
Well, now you're gonna have to show it to us.
Oh yeah, dang, it's not even good. Just kidding, it's great, it's great. It's kind of a silly tattoo idea, too fine of print, but it means something to me, you know, so there we go.
That's the important thing.
I'll show it later, that'd be funny.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when you get an opportunity to do that in the run with all the cutscenes we skip.
All right, so I made a save before the terminal. Right now, I'm going to do a hotshot where that's like the teleportation glitch where we exchange coordinate data between saves. I'm transferring my quick saves coordinate data onto the last hard save I made. So I've been in this dormitory, I quick save, and I transfer it to the save that is in the fuel depot. But the thing about the save in the fuel depot, once again, it's never been to the dormitory. So they will revert us back to being the development character, who is this blonde guy, and with a mismatching portrait. And we have a lightsaber and a blaster. We'll talk about the blaster more later. It's a very special blaster. It's a special blaster. I wish KOTOR 1 had this special blaster.
Yeah, that would be good. It's it's a good blaster. We'll be working to get multiple of it actually later in the game, utilizing more forward hotshots.
Yep. All right. So that terminal also completes a quest for whatever reason. Just destroying terminals completes quest.
Yes.
KOTOR logic. So now we're done with a bunch of annoying quests that are kind of out of the way. We need to talk to the development droid again, which is going to let us trigger this cutscene. I mean, this one is kind of silly cutscene. I don't bother skipping it because your character continues to move during it, and save and load screens are kind of long, so I don't know. Yeah. It might be worth going for. Anyway.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
So, a little more on the dev droid. As we said, we've only used him in this module so far, but as we said, in different modules he does different things. On Paragus, he kind of just lets you teleport around and do some things, and it lets you complete it really, really quickly, and also gets all the quests really quickly. Later on, we'll use him to do some different things, like on Telos, and any percent uses him to complete the game in under 20 minutes, which is pretty fast.
That just got destroyed. I actually need to go loot that HK. I got unlucky with 3C's AI here, which doesn't usually happen. Basically, 3C is just not actually in a useful place. Anyway, I need to loot this before I go on to the Harbinger. All right, now we're on the Harbinger. We're going to activate solo mode, which I do this weird claw stretch thing that is very fun with my left hand, because it's caps lock enter. This is also a quest. Now that we got this quest, we're almost done with yeah, that's right. Okay. There's a lot of save management, right? And we're almost done with what is called Paragus, aka it's a mining station. So, all right. Need to activate solo mode. Okay, so now we're back here at this terminal. Gonna destroy it again. Gonna run this way. And we're gonna turn our difficulty up. We're actually doing a cool glitch that is only used once right now in this run. So we're about to use it. It's called a Resurrect Your Party Warp. Then I did. Okay, they're just taking forever to kill them. Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Okay, there we go. All right, so my main character can't be in combat, so I gotta wait till I think I should be good now, actually.
I hear you.
All right, so I just AMG'd, walk into a loading zone. This prompt appears. You must wait for your party to regain consciousness. I can actually transfer that prompt onto my dead party members and warp them to the nearest loading zone, which is next to T3, who is a quest. Yeah, really fun stuff. Now that we've done that, we have finished every quest on Paragus except for leaving. So we're gonna warp our way through the various modules to do what's called a coordinate warp, which is just another form of a hotshot. Basically, all coordinate warps are hotshots, but not all hotshots are coordinate warps. It's kind of like a square rectangle thing. Hotshots have a property where if two modules share the same X and Y coordinates, okay, I gotta think. If two modules have the same X and Y coordinates, right, and you position your party members on a specific coordinate, and then you do this glitch that we're doing that's called a hotshot, it will place that party member on the same coordinate, but in the other module, which in this case allows us to skip straight to the Ebonhawk and lead Paragus.
Warning,
and now there's a really
users,
loud
this
part.
is really, it's like twice as loud as the rest of the game, and it has no way to turn it down.
Yeah, no commentary here.
Yeah, I don't
Auto scroller.
I don't know if I can be heard over the turret. Oh.
I'll try to be less spammy.
Yeah, well, hopefully I can. It's okay.
I think they can.
This is an auto scroller pretty much. You can.
Just have to kill the last one.
Yeah, as long as you kill the last one on time, then you're all good. But you can also kind of like scoot them in. Like, if you're too far to the left, they sometimes hesitate to come out a little more. And that sometimes happens, but yeah, pretty much auto scroller, and it's over.
Well.
Yep, and now we're on the Ebonhawk. We're going to Tilo Station because we're out of fuel, so we can't make it much further. And now we can actually go start and finish this lengthy quest that only involves talking to Kreia. And it's a really long dialogue, so I need to focus.
Yeah. Let's see if he can do it. It's like about, I believe it's
I did
30
it.
characters long.
It's so
like 30
broken.
numbers long.
It's so broken that it stops your audio.
Yeah.
Until you quick save again. Yeah.
Even the game doesn't like the game's quest there. But if you don't do that whole dialogue right then and there, then you didn't complete the quest.
Yeah. Now we have a lot of cutscenes.
That's nerve-wracking, actually.
Tell me I'm not going to jail again.
So
it's easy to mess that one up, and then I think if you leave the Ebonhawk, you can't complete it anymore. So yeah,
exactly.
That's a
Are
tragic
there a couple
quest.
of others like that, or that's like
That's
the, main
the
one?
only one that's that
Interesting.
long and weird. There's definitely a lot of like dialogue memorization, you know, in this run.
Of course,
but yeah. Usually it's just one spamming though, most of the time.
Yeah.
So
that happens.
Yeah, fun fact about one spamming in this game: the numpad enter clears text and also inputs a 1, so you can use your right thumb on the numpad enter while using your left hand on the numbers and your right finger on the mouse, basically to just mash like stupidly fast. It's very fun.
Yeah, gets you through dialogue like this cutscene for example, as fast as humanly possible, really.
Yep. And then we turn the difficulty back down. We had it up when we did that one glitch.
Yeah. So now's a good time to explain more about the development character, because there's going to be mostly more cutscenes after this for a little bit. So
that's 4 speed right there.
Yeah. So the development character has, as you've probably seen, quite a few force abilities already, and actually also quite a few regular abilities, a few feats, I should say, and force powers. Yeah. The development character is not only level 12, but has abilities that are only gettable at level 16, and abilities from all classes, including force jump, and also, again, as you've seen, has a lightsaber and a blaster that does quite a bit of damage. It's a kill blaster. It actually is a regular blaster that just has one little property that, as long as it hits, it has 2 little properties. One of them is, as long as it hits, it's an instant kill, and the other is it doesn't miss unless it's a 1.
Yeah, so sometimes you still miss with a kill blaster. I mean, what's up with that?
Yes.
Yeah, 1 in 20 though. Not the most common thing.
Oh.
Alright.
That's right.
Now we're free to do some quests around Citadel
Yeah,
Station.
you know, we're in Tilo Station. We're in a new place. New place means go talk to people. Those terminals can be used to teleport between terminals. The one I just interfaced with, sort of like the Citadel Station on Mass Effect. Activate solo mode here, because you know we are trying to just make use of all of our characters when we're in a module. We're going over here on this planet. It's a fuel station. The Ithorians want to like restore the nature, and the Zerka company just wants to make money. So naturally, we help the Ithorians. You know, we're good people. I go here, activate solo mode, and make a hard save. We will be kind of talking to the Zerka people because there's a few quests that we need to talk to them about. We're about to do a coordinate warp, so by hot-shotting our save that I just made in front of that terminal into the entertainment station, it actually puts us back where we were, which was arrested in prison, and then we can pick up quest from Grin immediately. And it's kind of a long mash. I think I got it all. There's a lot of dialogues to mess up on Tilo Station. Honestly, the beginning of this game is probably the hardest part.
Dialogue heavy.
It's dialogue heavy, but it's one of the harder parts, I would say. Like Tilo Station.
For sure. Yeah.
To go really fast.
Maybe except for Narshada.
Yeah, Narshada's pretty awkward. And Malachor.
Yeah, but
what is it?
That's just
So Kreia Handley's over by this merchant. We need to sell something. Money's not really an issue in this category. For one, we have a kill blaster. We kill everything in one shot. For 2, we just like know which items we can sell for enough money in like the 2 spots that we need money for. So there's just not that much money needed is all.
Yeah. The credit route is sell 2 items.
So we're hard buffering a cutscene there. Basically within modules there are triggers, right? And quick saves delay the firing of triggers. So if we just keep quick saving into a trigger, the cutscene will be delayed and we can open the menu from the right hand corner and load the quick save. It's a very powerful tool and it'll cancel the cutscene. So need to activate Kreia here. We're making a save right now because we're going to use this coordinate to do a coordinate warp, right, with Kreia. It doesn't work on the main character. Coordinate warps only work with your party members. The main character will just be in the last, I don't know, I can't remember, like the last place they were in the module, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the last position the main character was in the module, and if the main character was never in the module, then that's when they become the development character and spawn in the default location.
Gotta interact with this mainframe. So we just sequence broke quite a lot because we can get in the back of Zerka, which you normally have to like become a droid and do a bunch of persuade and stuff. But we can just put our party member there using coordinates that are shared between modules, and then we're getting some quest. And now we can leave. We're gonna go back to the autosave. That's right. So like remembering where all the saves are is a huge part of this. I'm not super on point right now, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So cast force speed. Okay, I need to equip a kill blaster now.
Yeah, and then you equip your lightsaber after.
Yeah, we don't even. I don't even bother. I think ever. I think we just forward hotshot again. Remember in the fourth cantina. So we're doing work with our blaster. Doing work. Easy game, easy life. That's kind of a major quest right there. We're progressing Tilo Station pretty nicely. Now we're gonna go interact with what is called the exchange.
The
entertainment there.
Bounty hunters of this era of Star Wars.
Well, they're like everything. Basically just the criminal enterprise. They like sell spice and do all other kinds of evil stuff.
True. Bounty hunter was too generous.
They definitely employ bounty hunters. Okay, so I just forward hotshotted. This is going to get me a second copy of the kill blaster and the lightsaber, which is going to be very nice because we want to give our party members a kill blaster also. Now we're going to west. So we talked to our exchange contact who invited us to help double cross her boss. That's Luxa and her Gamorrean bodyguard patrol. So now we just have to go to the exchange offices, right? And the reason I positioned my party members earlier, like I did, was so that Kreia would spawn right next to this loading zone when I hotshot back to Residential East, when I was picking up the quest from the Ithorians. All right, so now we are going to forward hotshot again.
So something about hotshots that I'm sure you've seen is they don't always work first try. We do the same motion every time, and we don't really know why they're RNG, but they don't work first try every time.
Yeah, there's just a chance that they don't work, so you have to exit out. All right, so hotshots are pretty mind-boggling, and the reason for that is because we actually have two menus open at the same time, but the thing is you can only see one of the menus. So, you know, there's just kind of an element of believing. Shout out to Hotshot Wire, actually. He's a glitch hunter in KOTOR, in Fable, actually. I think he did some work in Fable, a bunch of other games too. Really caused this game to go down quite a bit, along with Lane, who found the anywhere menu glitch.
Time.
Yeah, like helped other runners push the game down. So Hotshot Wire, glitch hunting legend. All right, so we actually betrayed Luxa, tragic, but Luxa was she was gonna betray us anyway. Like after the fight's over, she's like, I can't let you live. So,
which is why it's faster to side with the squid alien guy.
Yeah, because he actually lets us go. Okay, so I have to talk to Chota twice now, and that will get the quest that I need. All right, so we have to go back to the cantina. Now that we progressed this far in KOTOR 2, some Zerka guy, like a Zerka is, you know, the corporation. They're like Amazon. There's a whistleblower, literally. All right, and then we have to do this random side quest that we actually picked up right when we got control of our character on Tilo Station from this green Twi'lek in this apartment. And this is all part of the route's master plan as well, because this puts us right next to two other quests that we need to complete. Quick shout out to 30 Cents, who routed almost all of this category, and is a KOTOR speedrunning legend, I would say. He used to have world record in every category of KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All at the same time.
Yeah, and a ton of other speedruns he's very good at as well. Doesn't run KOTOR 1 anymore, though. And there's a lot of good runners nowadays, so it's cool to have that many good runners.
I have something I can.
Got to talk to Grin
Something I can.
twice, maybe even
Something I can.
3 times.
What?
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Better safe than
There's
sorry.
lot of conversations in this game.
Yeah.
Especially at the beginning. You talk
I run
to
with notes open.
a lot of people.
You know, varying amounts of notes. This category is pretty long, so a little bit longer.
Yeah, the notepad gets a little long.
Alright everyone, hi and welcome back to Time Capsule here on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back, and Range is here, Red Mage is here. We are ready to continue Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. So take it away.
Thank you very much. Hello everybody. We're back with Star Wars KOTOR 2, The Sith Lords. If you are just tuning in, we are about to end what is called Tilo Station. So let's get back to it. I'll count down the timer. I don't know if I need to do that, but 3, 2, 1, go. All right,
let's go.
Yeah, so
got a hot
if
shot.
anyone is getting in here, it is all quests unrestricted, so all glitches allowed.
The more the merrier.
Also called any % all quests, which is yeah.
No,
okay,
maybe. Rules are important. Not to brag, but I have the record for most invalidated runs. Which is just because completing every quest in both games is very hard. For me, at least. My brain struggles.
I was gonna ask, do you have notes, or have you like memorized this at this point?
So it depends on the category for sure. And if I'm like in a peak grinding week or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, for this category, I think all quests typically has notes because it's just so long, and there's so many long conversations. Like I think the Kreia conversation is something Range has memorized at this point. Is probably still in his notes just in case.
What did I just do? Okay. We just lost a little time, but that's okay. I'm actually kind of confused where I even am.
Did you?
But that's okay.
Load the dock
I
save
think
and not hotshot?
You're not supposed to hotshot to the dock save. That's what's going wrong. Yeah. Did I hotshot to the dock save?
No, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not quite sure.
No, I know what I'm supposed to do. Okay, I know what I'm supposed to do. It's okay.
Yeah. As we were saying, this category is very complicated a lot of the time because we are stretching this game to its limits very often.
Yeah, I just have to redo a little bit of stuff, which is fine. Got a little.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, wasn't too much stuff.
This.
Where the droid?
All quests obviously is the longest, I believe. Well, all quests, I guess glitchless would be the longest, but all quests of the unrestricted categories is definitely the longest and is the most complicated, I would say.
Yeah,
probably.
No one's ever run a glitchless all quest of this category. There are glitchless all quests of KOTOR 1, or of this game, but which I've run. I do stream on the Twitch, My username is r4ng3__. Say that 10 times fast. But yeah, I like every category. I don't know. I kind of fell in love with speedrunning this game last year. Started doing no major glitches in KOTOR 1, which is a very fun category. It's a good middle ground, and was pretty hooked after that. Wanted to learn every category, and then we changed the structure of the leaderboards and added a bunch of other categories. So now it's just hard to keep up. But it's a good change.
It was a good restructuring. I definitely agree. But
it brings back some great vintage tricks and routes and stuff. So
All Quest is not a category I run particularly often personally, but I do All Planets, which is called All Planets because the any % run skips every single planet after Telos. You go right from the Polar Academy to Malachor on any %. So hence the All Planets
droid
restriction.
As we've talked about, we have talked about the development droid, but the development droid is what. What's up?
We didn't talk about what you did with the development droid right at the start of this planet, however.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So this is Telos surface.
Important.
Technically the same planet. We're on the surface now. We were on a space station. And yes, so when we add the development droid in this module only, for a limited time,
only.
If you add the development droid, my game crashed because I quick save into a mine. There's always a chance of that happening. Hooray! I take the risk anyway.
It's full of surprises.
Yeah, there's a chance if you quick save through a very specific pixel of a mine that whoops, I went the wrong way. Okay, that the game will crash. If you add the development droid, as we were saying, on that module, you can add all of the party members. See at my party member screen, I haven't been that far in this game yet. I don't have all these party members, but because I added the development droid on Telos surface, I can already access every single party member. And so now we're going to do a coordinate warp to Pud, Visas, and Kreia. Those are the characters that I just added. We're going to do a series of hotshots, aka a coordinate warp, to position them in really useful areas within the military base, which is where we just got to. So I just went to the prologue Ebonhawk because it shares coordinates that are really useful, and now I'm coming back. And the thing about this glitch, right, is we're always hotshotting the most recent form of our file, so that we preserve all of the journal, and it even preserves our quest log. Gotta turn on this. All right. No, that's wrong. Wait.
Yeah, because one of the rule requirements of this category is not only to complete all of the quests, but also to, at the end of the game, show all of them completed in the journal. So you can't break the journal, which is very easy to do, which is part of why we have to do some more convoluted things to make the route work.
Yeah, I think I forgot to duplicate my kill blaster, which shouldn't really be a problem.
Yeah.
I think I can duplicate it again in just a second. Or not right now, but pretty soon.
You just make sure you remember to unequip it.
Yeah. Alright, these droids can actually give you a really tough time if you're not fast. And if you get poisoned, there's poison vents, and I did avoid them this time. I often don't really care, and then I regret it. Move Kreia over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something we're going to start doing quite a lot, that's already happened quite a lot, or what is it called? Save teleports. So on the PC version of this game, you can hold down both mouse buttons to move forward, and if you do that and hit the quick save button, you teleport forward quite a bit, and it saves time, RTA, and obviously quite a bit in-game time, but RTA save is what's we try to limit it till it saves RTA, because otherwise it's a bit insane, I'll say.
My roommate's joining us, and our dog Luca. Doggy.
Opie.
Okay, so I gotta unequip visas and equip the lightsaber to Kreia. I would equip the kill blaster also if I had 2, but I only have 1. Collecting quest items that allow us to leave.
And also getting some parts that'll be very useful later for quests and stuff.
Alright, we're almost out of here.
Yeah. And then we'll be on to the final part of Telos, the final part of the beginning of the game. And then we'll be really started.
Alright, we're just skipping that cutscene. I did it kind of scuffed, but that's okay. I need to equip the kill blaster to the main character. Alright, actually need to loot that one. That's okay though. Alright, loot the HK. So we're safe teleporting, you know, just across the polar basin.
So we're looting the HKs that have the HK-47 parts because we still have that quest, even though we have HK-47 in our party. In theory,
crashed. And there's like no reason.
That happens, you know? Just very, very rarely at that cutscene.
I don't think I've even actually ever seen that.
Oh, that's the GT. That happens. Yeah.
It's got to be one of those moments at least.
Yeah.
All right. At least that's the benefit of safe teleporting everywhere, is that you almost always have a save as long as it doesn't get corrupted.
Yeah, this game is so broken that it's pretty generous. We can, if we mess up, we can sometimes break the game even more to like dig out of a hole.
Yeah.
Not ideal though.
Lay down your weapons, and you shall not.
Yeah, that's slow, obviously.
Yeah. So here we have to lay down our weapons.
There's
actually a lot of cutscenes right here.
Yeah, for a long time actually, at the beginning there, we went through 2 dialogue options because we thought that you had to, because we thought that the fast dialogue option crashed the game. But it turns out it was actually just the original disc release, which Indie Kenobi has started speedrunning with. So that's what he used for the longest time. And since that always crashed his game, and he made the routing, everyone just kind of took a 10-second loss or so. I don't know if it's that long, but
I don't care where
a couple second loss to just the game not quite functioning.
So a theme of this game is getting arrested. You get arrested, like Atten gets arrested like 3 times in the game. We get arrested like 2 or 3 times. But they let us go every time.
Or we make them let us go.
No cell can hold us.
Like in Nar Shaddaa.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
So we're finally about to regain control of our character after this very long and tedious cutscene of Atris walking through a door. Very exciting. Yeah. Atris was a Jedi Master who was on the council when they banned you from the council. You are a ex-general of Revans during the Mandalorian Wars, which was kind of like an evil side, but a little more gray. Became evil right after, actually.
But you quit as it became evil, so you're real gray, for sure. Real ambiguous. Speaking of gray, we definitely do this run gray. We don't. There was talks of people trying to do runs with all light side options a long time ago.
In KOTOR 1, Indie Kenobi has done light side and dark side all quest runs, but in KOTOR 2, I don't know if it's ever actually happened.
It's
there's no regard for alignment really.
It's whatever works.
Well, now that we're off that
whatever's
degenerate board of
fastest,
the
you know?
planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
All right, a couple
But-
more cutscenes here.
Yeah,
and then we
there's
get
a
to
good
finally
amount.
choose which. Which planet we go to.
Yeah. So like this is the end of the early game. The end of the early game. And the beginning of the mid game. Funny how that works. The mid game in any open world, semi-open world RPG, you get to choose your own adventure. We go to Korriban first, and Korriban's actually kind of isolated, and you could probably do it whenever, but it's really quick. So that's one reason we go there for sure.
The future we must accept.
These Jedi sure like their secrets.
Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Yeah, they do. In general. In general. All right.
Yeah.
So we're skipping cutscenes.
We have to skip quite a few. Every time we enter the Ebon Hawk, we have to skip a cutscene, pretty much, for the rest of the game. Maybe
Skipping
once or
another
twice
cutscene.
later. Yeah. It's pretty common. Like we should. I think I'll explain again. Quick saving during a cutscene, and then loading that quick save. The game reads that you've already seen the cutscene, so it doesn't like continue playing the cutscenes. It just puts you after the cutscene. Any triggers that triggered up to that point in the cutscene will have triggered as well. So we just AMG and save and load a lot of cutscenes. And we're gonna do some side quests.
I can forward hotshot here. Yeah, I don't have it equipped.
Yeah, there you go.
And when I go into the academy, so
Yeah,
we're going over here early. Sorry, to do a coordinate warp, right? Once again, when two modules share coordinates, we can position our party members and make them appear in that coordinate when we do this glitch, which sometimes lets us go in inaccessible areas. So I make this hard save with HK in that specific coordinate, and then I'll show you what happens.
Yeah.
We make our way to the academy. The Sith Academy. Oh, this is actually a repeat planet from the first game, so some of y'all will definitely recognize Korriban. This is where the Sith Academy that Revan infiltrated was.
Yeah.
So we're forward hotshotting the... I think I do need to unequip the blaster when I hotshot back to the cave. Okay, so right now, what we talked about is happening. Hotshots have a RNG... we actually don't even know how it works. You know, it's probably not even random, but basically... there's just a chance that the hotshot will not work. You know that the hotshot works when this save that you're trying to warp has quick save in all caps. So I finally got it to work. So this save has actually not been in the Sith Academy yet. So that means that the cutscene that I previously skipped will actually trigger again. So I need to skip it a second time. And we have to trigger that cutscene by the door because it is a quest trigger. And now we need to fight Scion. We're in combat, so I could have done a glitch called combat talking, but now I've just waited so long that I'm just going to talk to him. Because combat talking takes time as well, and mostly just saves in-game time anyway, but it does save a little bit of RTA.
Yeah.
Since we're just doing RTA here. So yeah, our leaderboards are structured in in-game time because there's so many save and loads, and they are slightly affected by hardware. So that's what we do. Oh,
Right,
game's
so
being weird. This happens
is
sometimes.
Normally a pretty rough boss fight to go into, having
First,
done as little
yeah.
combat as we do. But having a kill blaster will make it a little bit easier, at least.
Yep.
I think range can handle it with this kill blaster.
Don't test me. I think I have actually died to this part like once.
That's why I didn't give you the 100% confidence.
All right, so if you hurt him enough times, Kreia just like forces you to leave. She's like, you're gonna get killed, retreat. So I do need to unequip my kill blaster here so that when I hotshot back to the Chirac cave, I'll get another kill blaster. And yeah, so in this game, you can warp back to any module that you've been to previously. You can also warp saves that haven't been to a module before to that module. All right, my hotshot's being
rude,
unfriendly again.
Yeah.
So yeah, good runs have good hotshot RNG. It doesn't matter too much in this category. It matters more in any percent.
Yeah,
because any percent is only 18 minutes.
18 minutes. It's like
so losing 30 seconds to hotshots is
Yeah, in-game time it's 18:30 or so. What was it? Is it sub 19?
I can't remember actually.
I don't
think
think it
shout
is.
out to 30 cents again. 30 cents routed this category mostly, and also is just a beast at a bunch of categories.
I don't remember what his record was. I'm gonna go check on the speedrun.com for KOTOR 2. Oh, it is sub 19, 18:51. And there are 21 hotshots in that run.
So we're trying to enter this loading zone, please.
More than a hotshot a minute.
Yeah, there's more than a hotshot a minute in the any percent run. So if you like looking at menus like I do, it's good fun. Any percent in both games are so short. It's pretty cool. Chaos Drifter just got a new world record in KOTOR 1 any percent like yesterday. He's the only one really grinding it right now. There's some other people who have done it recently, but haven't grinded it down. I need to get back to that category. I'm out of date, very out of date. Lots of displaced loading zones in that category. There's only one in this category, which I did talk about earlier. It's a cool glitch where you can trigger cutscene triggers or dialogue triggers or really like any kind of trigger. You can trigger the triggers by matching X coordinates, and then the Y coordinate will sometimes just fire also because this game makes sense. Makes a ton of sense, in fact. There is an element of blind faith when you are speedrunning KOTOR. Unless you're a super genius. I think even our smartest like glitch hunters don't even, we don't know why this stuff works. It just does.
Yeah. I know a lot
I know
about
why,
the glitches
actually.
in this game, but it's
literally like lines of code
yeah.
get changed in the save file during a hotshot.
Yeah, yeah, you swap out folders and save files and such. But it's so complicated. It feels impossible to know all about it. It's
shout out to Lane, who has actually written so many great guides about the glitch tech that exist in both of these games. Lane DeBello, fabled glitch hunter of KOTOR. And he's also been around the community for so long now. Actually pretty new to the community. Only like a year, a little bit more.
Hey, what's the commotion here?
But thanks to all the other community members, I was able to learn the games really fast.
Think again, Kreia.
Like literally because of all these guides and stuff that like Indy and Lane have written, and just like all the good examples of what running this game can look like, from like Chaos Drifter and 30 and Indy and Sanjan and Glassknock and other people too. There's been a lot of runners over the years. We have a pretty solid community. It's a good last few years.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely been growing, which is nice. We
still to this day. KOTOR has a ton of fans, like outside of speedrunning as well. Like I think the KOTOR subreddit has like 100,000 members or something, which is like kind of crazy for a random 2003 RPG. All right, we're almost done with Korriban.
Yeah, these games are beautifully broken. They really are. They really are.
Right.
At least in this game, you don't have to keep track of your RAM usage because it has a memory leak. That is.
I actually need to unequip the kill blaster again. I think.
I might as well do it.
Yeah.
At worst, you get an extra kill blaster. Can you have too many kill blasters?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not. 3 might be like a good amount though, if you did have it.
All right, I have 2 now. Let's go. Finally.
Perfect. All right, that'll be important later for when you split up the party and you need 2 kill blasters
it'll be important
to kill a bunch of
pretty
things.
soon. Yeah, like we're going to Duxon next. Actually, you fly to Onderon, but Onderon's in a civil war, and one of the sides kind of like shoots you down. So we enter the Ebonhawk. This is where all your party member quests trigger. So cutscenes, we don't like them. We skip them. We do an anywhere menu glitch. We break out of the cutscene, and then we quick save and we quick load, and we get out of there. So I'm gonna skip another cutscene with an anywhere menu glitch.
Well,
Press enter to break out of it,
I guess this
and then save and load once again. Beautiful glitch. Literally, like saving and interacting with triggers in that way is one of the backbones, I would say, the foundations of speedrunning KOTOR.
It's been known for a very long time that saving does that, and a lot of glitches have kind of been, how do we save and quit in different times? And that's kind of what AMG does. It makes it available all the time.
Yeah, so back in the day, a lot of the glitches were using this glitch called a menu glitch, not to be mistaken with the anywhere menu glitch. And the menu glitch was used, I think there's a couple ways you can do it, but one of the ways is you open a container, and then you, while the container inventory is opening, you like open up another menu as well, and you can like overlay 2 menus. But then we found out that if you Alt F4 during a save or load screen, you can basically overlay 2 menus at the same time, no matter what. So, and then when you're able to overlay 2 menus at the same time, that leads to another handful of glitches, such as Hotshot, which we've seen a lot of actually. Such as there's more variety in the first game actually. In KOTOR 2, Kill Blaster carries you hard, you know, which makes sense.
And no one has really touched no dev tools yet.
Yeah, we have a rule set called no dev tools, which is basically the same level of broken as KOTOR 1, which is still incredibly broken. But basically, dev tools, like the development character who comes with the Kill Blaster and the development droid who lets us progress the game arbitrarily at whim, those are even more broken than all the broken glitches, all of what we consider a major glitch. Like, they should be called a mega glitch. I don't know, you know? No. Okay, you stay still. All right, so we're in the Mandalorian camp. We need to pick up quests. Repair these broken wires. I'm going to use the main character. And we are going to go to the telemetry computer? Yeah. Telemetry, what a weird name.
What is it?
The radio tower computer.
All right, so now I have 2 Kill Blasters. I waited my whole life for this moment. It's time to do chores.
Yes.
You know, you meet the Mandalorians. They're not easily impressed. You got to impress them. We're going to go around, impress them.
Doing chores.
Like we're playing Tony Hawk or something.
Yeah, exactly. And since it's obviously a all quest speedrun, we'll do all of the chores, I believe.
I literally went the wrong way. I'm so dumb. This is so funny. I did chores 2 first on accident. It's so silly.
Oops.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right, everybody. So sorry for the technical difficulties that we are having tonight, but we are back with Range and Red Mage and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Krea's got a gun, and we're ready to continue, I think.
What a cool looking gun. Yeah, so welcome back, everybody. We were in the middle of doing jungle chores. Krea's vision is cool, because Krea is actually blind, but can, you know, is very force sensitive. Okay. I'm going down here with this guy. This is our main character. And we need to go rescue a Mandalorian Mandalorians are supposed to be like strong. They're you know, very masculine society, kind of toxic, but you still have to work around with them. Pretty great. He's so ashamed that he won't come down. He'd rather die than face his captain or something. So we convince him that we won't tell on him and that it's okay. We don't tell them that he was a coward, because that's like the evil route of that quest. It's kind of silly. All right, so now we got to make our way back south, like a geese. We're collecting some parts that were eaten by the Canox, which are these flabby creatures.
So flux capacitor parts or something. I don't remember what the parts are called. It's parts for the wires, right? Or no, it's for the...
Was it not that one?
Or something.
It's parts for... I guess it was this one. Strange. Oh. Okay. It's usually the other one. I guess they got switched around.
They probably got moved around when you walked...
Just like this is a little different. Yeah, this is a little different than the... I've let the AI go wild.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Looting some...
This is the last thing to do.
We loot the body by the Zakig there for the
money.
For the money, yeah, for the credits.
Yeah, the credits.
That's the credit route.
Yeah, credit route done. Loot that one skeleton. That's chores 1. We actually have to go do chores 2 now. So let's enter the jungle again. I don't know why we don't just do this first time, actually. I'm confused. We'll try our best to save teleport. Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Failed to recall it, but
it's hard to know the reason behind everything we do in KOTOR.
Even when you,
pretty big brain.
I did pretty much all of the routing for all planets, and when I'm running it, I don't remember why I'm doing things. And then I'm like, wait, what if we did it this way? And then I'm like, oh, that doesn't work. It's a very...
I tried that 2 years ago.
Very temperamental. Very temperamental game. So, it, you always think you have the better of it, because you could do all these glitches at any moment, and then it reminds you that it's the boss.
Yep, crashes 3 times, or you get like perma-stunned in multiple places, etc., etc. So, we just killed a bunch of Voklu scouts. Voklu is the kind of like dark side choice for this civil war that's going on. Alright, so now we're done with chores. We gotta turn them in. Alright, keep that in mind. Talk to that guy on accidents. I like Zuka. Zuka's like the tech guy, the tech Mandalorian. Now we gotta find Zarga. Where's Zarga? Where's Zarga? Where's Zarga?
I'm Zarga.
We got him.
Our number is 12.
I used to run around going like, before I knew the route, I was like, who's Zarga? Where's Zarga? And then I talked to him and he's like, I am Zarga. And I'm like, oh, I just made the save again. I don't need to make that save. We're deleting that save. Okay. So there's this Mandalorian dual ring quest. And our strategy is actually to get disqualified from it twice. Because it completes it in the journal.
Even though it means we're babies.
Satisfies our rule set. Yeah, we don't actually fight them. Okay. Now, we've done all of the quest in this area, actually, so now we can trigger the main storyline part of the quest. And to do that, we talk to Mandalore. Fun fact, Mandalore is actually Canderous Ordo from the first game. Legendary character. Yeah. Spoiler alerts.
Spoilers.
In your speedruns.
Spoiling the speedrun, man, come on.
We barely get a semblance of the plot. I mean, actually, in this category, there are some cutscenes, you know, like this.
Like this one that you saw like 2 seconds of, yeah.
We mash through it, add Kreia to the party, and I gotta re-equip the Kill Blaster because the dual arena takes you off of it. Turn on solo mode. So, I think we have a pretty good way of dealing with this part now. It's kind of weird. You just have to kill certain packs, and I AMG right there because I really want to skip this cutscene. If this cutscene is allowed to continue, you can skip over the trigger, but if this cutscene is allowed to trigger to go, it'll spawn more assassins,
That you have
and
to
basically
kill.
it just takes longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you don't trigger it, you just can go trigger these few different groups of them, and then it'll progress you to the next part of the story.
So this is where the Kill Blaster comes in, I would say almost most handy, minus the end game.
Yeah.
Considering we are, you know, naked and, again, don't touch our levels at all.
There we go, that just worked. All right.
So
now we're on Onderon, right?
We just shoot.
Yeah, we don't touch our levels, we just auto level everybody.
Yeah.
It's so fast. This game is like a 40-hour game.
It's an RPG.
If you do all the quests casually.
It's funny because it's...
And listen to the dialogue and whatnot.
It's an RPG without what you would expect from menuing, but with still quite a lot of menuing for a speedrun.
When do you think the last time you played it casually was?
So I was running KOTOR 1, and then I decided, okay, I want to run KOTOR 2 now, but I'm going to play it casually again before I start speedrunning it. So I actually played it right before I started learning all of it.
Oh, okay. And you said that you had been running for like about a year?
About a year and like 2 months or something. Yeah. Running this game.
Cool.
Yeah. It's great.
What made you decide to pick it up? Just nostalgia?
Nostalgia was definitely a strong factor, because I think this game actually won like Game Informer Game of the Year when it came out. Like, it's a very fun game, so I have a lot of fond memories of just like playing it as a kid. Also, I also played the heck out of Mass Effect. I don't know, I just like BioWare games. They're fun.
That's fair, yeah.
Yeah.
This game's on Xbox. This game, the movie intro, starts with like the advert that was for the game, and so it's like still etched into my memory with how much I played these games.
Is it like super cool and edgy?
Oh, it was, yeah, of course. But it was
this game is pretty edge.
It starts with, or it's like towards the end. It's like the sequel to 2003 Game of the Year. Just remember that.
Some of the villains in this game are like ultimate edginess, like Scion.
Literally sleeps with swords or something.
Like, he like feeds off of pain or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then Nihilus eats energy, eats everything, just absorbs it.
Yeah.
And Kreia is just... I don't even know. I don't know what Kreia is. Kreia confuses me.
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about Kreia.
Kreia's lore is so deep that the development character's name is actually Kreia's given name.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Fun facts.
Yeah. Alright, so we picked up a starport visa from that Twi'lek that died right there.
General.
General? Yeah. General. It seems like they like use some of the same voice lines, but just with multiple people. Like, General. I'm listening. You know, just random stuff.
Yeah.
So we gotta go talk to Riken.
Limited. I mean, there's a lot of voice lines in this game already, so probably running out of
This game crushes it for the voice acting. Absolutely, the voice acting is top notch. A lot of the same voice actors you see in the other BioWare games.
Even though it's an Obsidian game.
Oh yeah, I forgot that this game is Obsidian. LOL. But KOTOR in general. KOTOR 1.
It is very much in the spirit of you know, BioWare's KOTOR 1.
Yeah.
Yes.
You look like
Alright, so we're persuading this captain to leave. We've just been going around picking a quest. Some of the quests here are getting starport visas, and we just got Kif to like program ours to be like a valid one or something. You had to pay him 500 credits for it. Oh, and now we're playing Fazak. I do that all the time. We're not actually playing Fazak, sorry.
I don't think it's a quest in this game.
In this category, or sorry, in this game, yeah, it's not a quest. In KOTOR 1, there is a quest to play a game of Kazakh, so, and it's a source of great, it's a source of great pain and resetting.
It's very fun to watch.
Oof, my stats, like someone made a program that like you load your live splits into and it like shows your like completion rate and like which splits killed your run and stuff, and like dang, my completion rate is low for some of these categories. It's not too bad for this one.
All Planets is my absolute worst. I believe I have completed 4 runs of that category successfully with the current route.
Out of how many do you think?
Oh, easily over 700.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah, it's
That's
not
bad.
very good. It's a pretty bad rate. It's some RNGs, some very difficult parts of the run, and some being a little too picky on.
There's a huge RNG trick. Yeah, I'm like that too. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's pretty
It makes speedrunning more painful than it needs to be sometimes.
Yeah.
But, you know, I also love speedrunning, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
How could you not?
I know, right?
Yeah. So we're moving on with the main story here. Yeah. More quests. Just there's 100 quests, and we're doing it in 2 hours, which is 120 minutes. So I've not got a lot of time for a lot of quests.
For dilly-dallying.
Yeah.
Stay up.
We're going through.
Oh. Alright, so we're doing that quest we picked up from Anda. I thought it was Anita for the longest time. I always get characters' names wrong in this game by like 1 letter. But it's Anda. So we have to go turn in the Anda quest. That guy's there. Okay. You back?
There's a lot of.
Alright.
There we go.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
There's a civil war going on here. It's about to erupt.
That guy, by the way. Yeah, there's literally fighting on the streets. Just completing a few quests though, because we don't really have an opportunity.
This planet
to do that.
is mostly just running back and forth from the cantina.
Yeah. We
Unfortunately.
can come back with hot shots actually, I guess, if we really needed to, but this is another place where you would have to complete all of the quests before you can leave, because you can't really come back and do any of these quests later in the run.
So we're seeing, I think, the second instance of combat talking. If you save and load while you're in combat and then pause the game, you can talk to people before combat resumes. And we give him a starboard visa that we just looted from Backle. Okay, now I need to leave. Almost done with Onderon 1. You do come back to Onderon. There's Duxon 1, Onderon 1, and Duxon 2, and Onderon 2. And then you leave it for good.
Yeah.
So we're about to be done with Onderon 1. This is Master Kavar. So in this game, one of your kind of main goals is to find the rest of the Jedi that exist. There's only a few of them left. And this is one of them, Master Kavar. He's one of the chiller ones.
He's probably
compared
the
to
best,
Brooke.
I would say, in terms
Alright, so the AMG on... You really want to have an AMG active, because there's a chance that Tobin will try to recruit you, which is literally, it doesn't happen every time. I don't know what causes it, but so I'm glad that I AMG'd there, because it skipped that cutscene and saves a lot of time. Alright, or that dialogue. Okay, so now that we are done with Onderon, there's one quest that literally just involves running to the docking bay. So basically, like, there's no other actual quest. We just have to return to the Ebon Hawk, or no, not even the Ebon Hawk, to the shuttle area. Oh yeah, then we just hotshot. Who needs a ship when you can manipulate save data between save files? I mean, manipulate coordinate data. Okay.
Manipulate a lot of data.
We're manipulating data here.
But not cheating. Not that kind of manipulation.
But not
Just to
cheating.
clarify.
We are only using
version of the
saves
game.
from. Yeah, this is the vanilla version of the game. No mods allowed. No mods allowed. But yeah, we're not doing any cheats. We're just glitching it. All right, so now I have to do a specific. I'm activating an anywhere menu glitch, which I've done a lot, but this time I'm not going to use it immediately. I need to progress past that conversation with T3, and then I can use it to skip that cutscene. And then I'm just going to actually talk to Baudur and do the quest to craft a lightsaber. I have all the parts now. So we do that quest, and then we leave. And
then we have a lightsaber.
Now we're on Duxon 2.
Still have to do the quests.
Duxon 2 is actually really short. You do have to do one kind of sketchy coordinate warp sequence, but I've gotten it down pretty good to make it consistent. You can get unlucky and get permastunned as Mandalore in the military base, but it's pretty unlikely. So
yeah, this is one of
my now I'm Visas.
Favorite coordinate warps.
Oh yeah, it's cool. So we're going to. I went too far down. I went too far down. I went way too far down. Okay, we're going to the underground base. And lag. We are going to warp the save that I just made with Visas right there to the underground base. Now we're gonna have HK and Mandalore in our party. HK will be a nuisance if we don't take HK out, so we're gonna take HK out of the party. Okay, we only need this actually. We don't need the kill blaster here. We are gonna activate solo mode though. For save teleport, use the lightsaber on these force fields. We don't need the main character anymore, so we just want to get the main character kind of over here somewhere. Because the main character can't be used for coordinate warps, only your party members can. So we need to get Mandalore over here. This is where you can get really stunned, and it's very unfortunate. So okay, that was good actually. All right.
Yeah, that was super.
So
smooth.
we save teleported directly into the corner that we want to be in. And then we made a hard save, and then we loaded the tomb save, and now we're doing the glitch called a hotshot to warp the military base save to the tomb.
I don't know if
that's gonna put it's gonna put Mandalore right next to the entrance of the tomb, and then we can actually do a glitch, which I don't even know if this has a name, but I'm gonna switch to Visas and spam default action, which is dialogue, and we can glitch complete the tomb by talking to Zarga twice in a row. Normally that tomb is really long. There's a bunch of cutscenes. There's a bunch of fights, but there's no quest at the end of it, right? The quest is just to like get there, or to talk to him. So as long as you do that trick to talk to him twice really fast in a row, you still get the quest completed. And yeah, now we're back on Onderon 2. Duxon 2 is really short.
Nice job.
Yeah. Now we're gonna do another coordinate warp. So we just made a hard save. We need the Mandalorian's hard save. So we're gonna load the Mandalorian ruins. Do another hot shot. Lots of menuing. What's up?
There's more than a few hotshots in this category. I wouldn't be surprised if this was also hotshot a minute, if not more, considering how often there are double hotshots happening.
Yeah. Double hotshots are. You do one whenever you're doing coordinate warps because you have to go to 2 modules. So yeah, it adds up the amount of hotshots that you're doing. Hotshots are great. They make the game way faster. It was kind of tough to play this game casually after I had been speedrunning. I did utilize a little bit of glitches.
just to get through it.
Yeah.
Did either of you ever play? There was like a extra planet, like a droid planet that you can add on.
That's in the restored content mod.
Is that like in any of the speedruns? Just curious.
You know, we haven't done any restored content speedruns, but we've really thought about it, and it's kind of come down to the fact that we haven't had anyone actually do a run yet. Actually, so.
Okay.
Yeah, we're pretty open to. I'd say we're pretty open to adding stuff to the leaderboards if enough people do it. Oh my god, I messed up the trick. That's actually really bad. Wait. Oh no, we're fine. Let's go! Oh no!
Oh, it was really
Wait,
close,
this might be bad
actually.
still. Oh no, I can just unequip the kill blaster.
Yeah, you can swap the
Something's
kill blaster.
gonna warp. Something's gonna warp my main character.
Yeah,
Something,
it's the yeah.
Worst case scenario, we lose a minute or something.
Well, that was...
Yeah, so I'll talk about that trick. It's actually a big sequence break as well, and my game kind of lagged, which messed me up, but you quick save past this door closing, and normally they close the door on you. You have to go to the north side, you have to go to the south side to open the door again, but if you just quick save past it, they close the door with you on the inside of it, and then you're just like, oh, LOL, I'm right next to you.
Even as he's saying, you'll never get past that door.
Yeah, and he's like, you'll never get past that door, but we're just there.
In the cutscene.
I kind of messed it up, but luckily I got Cray and Atten past the door. This could still be kind of weird.
It should be okay.
Yes.
Like you should be able to use Atten and Kreia just to finish it.
Just to do the rest of it. Yeah. That's hilarious. This game, and they actually added some stuff from KOTOR 1 that makes it a little bit more lenient. For instance, you can enter loading zones no matter where your party members are, but in KOTOR 1, your party members have to be within a certain distance from your main character to enter a loading zone.
Or whoever.
So in this one, you can kind of just... Yeah, and there's a glitch that we use because of that, that you don't use in this one, called a gather party warp.
Yeah.
Right, so, oh, I got warped over, okay.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. I guess we're ready to continue.
Yeah, so we just ended the Civil War on Onderon. Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go! All right,
we
now we gotta skip a cutscene.
Just did the light
side
side
we stabilized
version.
the economy.
And
that's one of the reasons we actually go to Nar Shaddaa last, is because there's a quest to establish trade routes with the other planets, and you have to have resolved like the issues before you can do that. So now we're gonna go to Dantooine, another throwback. Oh, that's not where I want to go. All right, another throwback from the first game. The more cutscenes you skip, the more random droids will just be in your ship as well.
Yeah, 3CFD is he duplicates every time you go somewhere with the Ebon Hawk. So if you don't open that door, he actually starts appearing in the hallway instead of in the middle of the ship. But either way, he's in your way, so it doesn't really matter what you do. You just have to deal with him.
All right.
Do you actually? I hear you.
All right, so now we're doing more quests. There's plenty to do on Dantooine as well. I believe Dantooine's one of the shorter ones, though. It's not terribly...
Yeah, it's not too long. It's not too short, though. You actually have to kind of, you know, do a few things. Help a few people. So we're in the... this is like the... Yeah, this is like it's like a militia, a local militia, and you're just like going around being like, all right, I'll help you out. He wants to investigate Xeron. This is Xeron. Xeron wants us to kill some Kinrath, and then we need to make a hard save in this module. We make a hard save because we are going to return to this module using a hotshot. Good times.
A glitch that we've shown, I think once or twice. I don't know.
Yeah, and once or twice. By the way, I do stream KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2 speedruns on Twitch all the time. Not all the time. It depends on my schedule, but sometimes I grind pretty hard. It depends what's going on in life. But yeah, been running 80% glitchless in KOTOR 1. It's a really fun category. It's so much different than this. And now I'm back to this again for like the 4th time, which is great because I'm not actually like, I haven't been doing this category that long. No one's really done it that long. Like even 30 who routed it didn't really like grind runs of it for a super long time.
Yeah, and you know, I'm also looking to, I'm getting back into KOTOR speedrunning. I'm planning on starting streaming again soon. Finally, there was some issues that prevented me from doing it for a time, but now I'm planning on getting back into probably doing all planets and hopefully figuring out Nar Shaddaa.
Do either of you have like a stream schedule?
No, I just stream whenever I'm available, which sometimes is during the day, sometimes at night. My work is a little volatile with the scheduling, so
I'll be streaming typically Tuesday or Monday and Wednesday. Monday and Tuesday nights, and sometimes Wednesday during the days. That's what I'm doing.
Well, just to remind everyone that if you are enjoying this run, please make sure you follow our runner here. That is range R4 NG3 __. I hope I got that right, as well as Red Mage 08 on Twitch, our commentator.
Thank you. Also, if you're interested in KOTOR, if you're interested in speedrunning, we have a Discord, the KOTOR Discord. It's a great place to learn the game. We also have a ton of resources available on speedrun.com under our guide section. KOTOR 1 has a ton of really fun to read guides that are just well written about the glitches specifically, not even about like doing runs. Lane wrote those up. Highly recommend reading them if you're interested in glitches at all. Not even if you want to run a game or anything, they're just fun to read. And Lane is very good at explaining glitches. Yeah. All right.
I'd also like to add that you can play Pazak in the Discord, and I did play a match with Sanjan, and she whooped my ass.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, can I say that? I just did.
All good. Yeah, we have a Pazak bot thanks to Will Mi, who used to be the old world record holder of AllQuest KOTOR 1. Will's a cool guy. Coded us a Pazak bot. Thank you, Will.
I am ready.
Pazak it's like, relatively fun actually, but it's not necessarily fun to speedrun, even though there are definitely people out there who would disagree with me. Because we have a Pazak 100% category in KOTOR 1, and that entails beating every Pazak player until they refuse to play you again.
That's gotta take a while.
It's like 3.5 hours, so yeah, it's pretty long. You can still glitch it.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, it's long. I've never done it. Only Indy and a few people have now.
Soberlight.
Soberlight is the guy. Soberlight's the guy who pioneered that, and Indy I think has run it before. Indy Kenobi. Indy Kenobi, shout out to Indy Kenobi. He's been speedrunning this game for like 7 years or something. One of few people who can say that.
He's been doing longer than I have.
Yeah. And
he's the reason it was easy
he routed so much stuff, like and he's also just super helpful. He writes amazing guides. Like, oh my god, I'm an indie fanboy.
I hear that.
There's like, there's Glass fanboys, but when I joined, Glass was on a hiatus, and I was an indie fanboy. Glassknock, another old veteran legend of the community. He actually ran a GDQ way back in the day.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
Yeah. And Chaos has been running a GDQ lately, a few different events.
Yeah, I think
and Sanjan did last week. Right?
Yeah.
Something you need of me?
I want to say he did an event that we had when we were featuring runners from the West Coast, but now my memory is fuzzy.
I don't. Wait, I just. Sorry to dox Chaos. Whoops. Anyway, Emerald is a big city. Good luck. Anyway, he also ran at the last big biannual marathon event. I'm pretty sure, or maybe it was the second to last. They come and go. Alright, so we're in the Crystal Cave. We just rescued Master Brook. Master Brook is one of the Jedi who you're trying to find. We need to kill this Kinrath. This completes the quest that guard gave us to take care of the Kinrath. Yeah, take care of the Kinrath in the cave. So now we buffered those mercenaries. They want you to side with them instead of the the militia. It's like a citizens militia, you know. And he wants you to side with them. We want to skip that cutscene there though, because I can't remember exactly, but it's hard to stay neutral at that point if you talk to him.
It's hard to
and
stay
we
neutral.
actually want to remain neutral a little bit longer.
Yeah, and it also slows you down because you have to deal with the cutscene and the killing the people.
Yeah, he'll either fight you or you have to say you'll team up with him.
Yeah.
And we still want Rook to teach us the lightsaber form, I think. So we're wrapping up the last quest here. I should have turned solo mode on. But that's okay. Now I'll just have to walk out of the building using save teleports. I could have managed using my party members and saved a little time, but that's okay. So we're almost done with Dantooine. We need to go buy an HK part from this merchant over here. And then also tell him that we know that he stole a part from the militia, and that if he doesn't help the militia during this fight that's about to happen, that we will rat him out. And sometimes that's fine, right? But what he doesn't know is that since we actually are about to here, I'll actually wait to spoil this part. So right, we're pretending to help them. We just did some quests, but when the mercenaries infiltrate the inner sanctum, LOL, vocabulary word, we say 5. She means nothing to me. Go ahead and kill her.
Saves us a lot of time.
And so it saves us a ton of time. We don't have to fight all these people. And
he's just like, nice.
Then yeah, we're done.
Well,
we backtrack. We backstab them.
It's a yeah, and then Rook's just like, huh? Well, couldn't do anything.
Yeah, like if you backstab him earlier or like do it a little differently, he will fight you. But since we kind of like helped them so much and then waited to backstab them, he's like, whatever.
We tried.
I'm jaded by now. Rook is actually a returning character from KOTOR 1. He's one of the Jedi Council who teaches Revan after Revan had their memory wiped.
Yeah.
All right, so now we're going to Nar Shaddaa. This is one of the harder parts for sure. We jumped through a lot of hoops here because Nar Shaddaa just has like weird triggers, like weird quest progression variables, and we have to do a lot of weird stuff to make it happen. I don't even know. It's hard to explain.
This is a very broken planet, and it is not even. I don't know. It's super broken in every single category it's in, I would say.
Yeah, honestly, I'd say this is one of like the better. Like, it's not even that bad. Like, I feel like All Planets is, obviously has a worse than Nar Shaddaa, at least to me.
That's fair. All Planets, Nar Shaddaa is a little.
It just has an RNG skip in it. It's like. It's like.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
It's bad. It's not that hard, but it's unreliable. So it's not too fun to have your runs ruined to something that's out of your control.
Yeah.
But I will digress. All Planets is Red Mage's baby, so.
I'm just get better RNG, except not really, as I've only completed like 4 runs.
I've completed like the same amount.
This game's I don't know. Any percent is actually, I would say, the most beginner friendly. You just it's not that beginner friendly still. You just have to work on getting
yeah, like in KOTOR 1, any percent is not beginner friendly really. But in KOTOR 2, it's definitely a lot more beginner friendly because in KOTOR 2, it's mostly just hotshots and corner warps. In KOTOR 1, you have to do 10 displaced loading zones, which are pixel perfect tricks, and just a bunch of other tricks that are a pain. It's still fun though, like don't get me wrong, I love all the categories equally, except All Quest. I love All Quest more.
was gonna say, I didn't know you loved them all equally. I certainly love all planets the most. I don't know. It's my favorite run.
Yeah.
Getting that under an hour was probably my favorite highlight of my career as a speedrunner.
Nice.
All right, so we're doing more.
You're good.
We're doing more side quests. Here we're entering it's the side quest den, and by that I mean I feel like there's more side quests in this area than in any other area in the game. I don't know if that's actually true. I've never counted it, but it certainly feels that way.
There's a lot in the refugee center area. You have to go help a bunch of refugees. Humans are actually discriminated against on this planet because basically all the people with a ton of money are the exchange, which is mostly a conglomerate of aliens.
Are you on it?
Yeah. A little rare, but yeah, the humans are actually like, all the aliens are just like, they scoff at you a little bit.
Yeah, so you gotta help the refugees here. Refugees from the war that you fought, and then the war that you caused after that you fought in. So they're certainly
caused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They.
You know, it's Star Wars. There's war crimes all the time.
Exactly.
Like, literally. There's gigantic basilisk droids in the Mandalorian Wars.
We rode in on
all kinds of crazy stuff.
On Duran too.
Yeah.
Something we kind of glazed over.
I heard.
There's a lot that we kind of glaze over in this run because there's a lot going on in this run.
Yeah. So we
the
just
Serico, for example, we just kind of glaze over them, and they
killed their leader immediately.
Yeah, we killed their leader immediately, and in this canon, I believe their planet was not glassed with turbo lasers, but destroyed with thermonuclear weapons. Because the Mandalorians specifically wanted it to be inhospitable after the fact. So
Mandalorians are mean.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
But they don't want to be. They have hearts of gold.
Like we said earlier, this game's pretty edgy. It's a lot going on. Pretty hard.
We saw the new Disney movies. We know how edgy it can be. Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Alright, I ran the wrong way.
He doesn't literally take vibroblades to his skin to get stronger, though.
True, yeah, and they're not quite as edgy.
Literal edge. Yeah.
Darth Scion. You don't see too much of Darth Scion. We skip, just so many cutscenes that it just doesn't happen. Now I need to remove. I need to unequip the kill blaster. I already did. Remove them. Add Atten. So this game allows you to go really, really fast. When you're tuned in, it feels good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So what we're doing here is more side quests. This is actually the reason that we're doing Nar Shaddaa last, is this side quest. This singular side quest.
It's the trade route side quest where you have to resolve the issues on the other planets, like I said earlier, before you can do that quest.
Onderon.
You at least have to do and Dantooine. They can trade with Dantooine as well. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. This.
No, thank you.
No.
No, thank you.
It's
say the word.
Interesting that there's a whole Pazak den and there's still not a quest to make us play Pazak in this game.
Yeah, so like we're about to do 5 Pazak din quests in the next 2 minutes, but you don't actually play Pazak, and so you might be a little disappointed if that's your thing.
Yeah.
I always have trouble getting Atten to follow me here.
Yeah, very few side quests, unfortunately. Or not very few side quests. Very few Pazak side quests in this game.
I mean, it's honestly nicer though, because Pazak is RNG, and RNG is not fun in speedruns. But
it's sad if
you also don't have to do any swoop races.
Pazak. Yeah, which is interesting. You have to do all the swoops in K1 if I recall.
Yes, in K1 you have to do every planet's swoop circuit. So you do like 10 or 11 swoop races in the duration of the run. But well, actually, that's not true at all because I found a way to skip them. That skip is really fun. Yeah, I found out that you used to do them in Glitchless All Quest. You do them. Glitchless All Quest, super fun category.
Don't you still do the beginning ones, the ones at the on Terrace?
You do the first one. You skip it the same way as any percent, where you do one and then you like do that glitch at the end of it.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
So you do one swoop race.
It's really hard to keep up with KOTOR speedrunning.
I have actively been trying to keep track of it, and it's changing a lot right now because there's a lot of, I mean, it's actively changing all the time. We were thinking about new things for this category right before the run. I'm thinking about things during the run. It's always crossing.
Chaos is watching this like, oh my god, why is he doing that? half the community. Just kidding. All right, so I should have mentioned this at character development, but we actually chose a female character because if you're a male character, you get locked out of this quest. Funny part about it, you know, we did get transformed into the development character who looks like this guy. Not like the original model or anything that we chose at the beginning of the game. But if you're a female model, you can dance for Vaga. Kind of a weird quest.
Yeah, it's funny because the character that you put in, specific traits are actually stored separately from the development character, such as which gender you chose and which portrait actually is still stored separately. It's still somewhere in your save data, just not.
So I actually just did a pretty cool little trick as well. Oh yeah, that is interesting that it's stored in your save data. I didn't know that. But if you try to touch that door, Vaga's Cath Hounds will stop you. But if you use your party member to position, like to nudge your main character past that trigger that stops you, you can just open the door. Or you can cut it open with a lightsaber or whatever. What am I doing? Okay, doing this. Alright, solo mode's on. So we're doing, you know, some techie stuff, so we bust out the droids again.
Yeah, and then we just auto level T3 because it'll automatically choose computer usage for us, so we get to use less spikes.
Yep. Yeah, you actually have to do that, or you can't hack that terminal.
And then we're gonna just complete some more inside of this.
Here we do a really cheeky quest. Like we just picked up that quest. And he's like, can you help us leave the planet? Our captain's in the Jek Tar or something. And we're like, yeah, we'll help you. But then we come back to them. We're like, actually, we're just going to murder you. And that completes the quest. So, yeah, blame the developers, I guess. I don't know.
I will say one of the only, actually, I believe one of the, not one of, but the only planet other than like the sort of beginning prologue planets, Peragus and Telos, that you can talk to 3CFD and do glitches with, like, and do development stuff with, is here in Nar Shaddaa. And it actually allows you. We are going to do
some of that.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we do a little bit of it. We do Mira and Bounty Hunter to
right, because you need to replace.
Yeah.
Or yeah,
we do that too.
That's when it gets complicated, right? I remember.
Yeah, it gets really. We're like kind of starting that right now. We're gonna add T3 and do a coordinate warp using this save that I made in the Polar Academy. Where is it? It's up here. I always go too low. There it is. Secret Academy. So right, I added T3. I'm warping that save that I just made with T3 to this module. Secret Academy module. Since I made a save with my main character in a specific coordinate, T3 will actually end up on that coordinate as well. So theoretically, I can just open the menu, make a save here, continue on, but I'm just going to show y'all what I mean. Right, my main character is in the last place that he was in the module, which is next to this loading zone. But T3 is in the last place that my main character was, which is, or when I made the save, right? I don't know why it works, but yeah, so my T3 gets put in this corner, which is where I made the save. I can then make a save and load the Nar Shaddaa save
It
and do the glitch.
It works because your party members' coordinates are saved, and if it's out of bounds, then they're teleported to where the save was made.
Next time I do a hotshot, I'm actually going to try to explain exactly what's happening with the menus.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because I think we've explained the AMG and menu over double menu glitch at this point.
So anywhere menu glitch, anywhere is a really useful glitch that lets us overlay 2 menus at the same time, right? We talked a little bit about that earlier. One of the glitches we can do with that is called a hotshot, utilizing the anywhere menu glitch. So I'm actually about to do one. So we got to the part of the story where we transform into Atten. We're actually kind of soft locked right now, so we need to get a character out of this room. And to do that, we're going to use the underground base save. So this is a hotshot, right? We've talked about it a lot, but we do an anywhere menu glitch. That allows us to unpause the game while we have this menu open and open other menus while that menu is open, right? If I hit this right now, the game will close. But if I open the options menu and press exit game, it will actually overlay a new do you really want to quit menu on top of this one. And this menu, I just did it, will take us back to the home screen and not close the game. So if we then hover over load game or save game, either one works, while we're hovering over OK and press enter, the game will actually take us back to the main menu, but also have the load game screen running in the background. And using the arrow keys and the enter button, we can actually select multiple things at the same time. So I press down arrow once, and that transfers the quick save data onto the first save available. And then I'm going to press enter. I close that pop-up, and it worked. It transferred specific coordinate data from the quick save onto the hard save that I made. So there's 2 menus open when I go back to that main menu every time, and we're about to do another one. So I'm going to add 3C. Once again, make a hard save, right? We're warping that hard save that I just made. And now we're going to load the docs, do the glitch to open 2 menus at the same time, right? So like if I press exit game right here, this would just go straight back to the main menu. But if I do an anywhere menu glitch, press exit game to replace that pop-up, and then press enter on load game and OK. Once again, there are 2 menus open right now, and we can just do the thing, do the glitch. Fun stuff. So now 3C's.
Quite a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty weird. It's not actually that hard to execute. Like the frames like to execute the glitches are lenient. They're like over a second at least. So
yeah,
that's good. Yeah, it looks really hard.
But
yeah, it looks a little harder than it is.
On at one moment.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of getting used to the muscle memory.
Yeah, it lets us do a lot in rapid succession for sure. Okay, so now we're going to utilize the development droid. So I'll slow down a little bit here just to show this off. It depends on what module you're in, right? A module is like wherever your game is loaded into at the time. So right now I'm in the docking bay of Nar Shaddaa. And the development droid, right, is a tool that developers put in to let them just like cheat around the game and like test stuff. So you see here the options we have when we talk to the 3C unit. Set Mira warning to 1, set the bounty hunter attack to 2, right? If you remember in this planet, the exchange, actually it's Godo, I think, has sent a bunch of bounty hunters after you. And Mira is like a friendly bounty hunter, but the rest of the bounty hunters are trying to attack you. So we can just like utilize this droid instead of like actually finding all those triggers in a glitchless way and like progressing the game how they want you to. We can kind of just run around, do all these side quests, and then whenever we're ready, we can use the droid to set the variables that we need, because there's not actually quests involved with those. So we do that, and now the game will actually crash if I continue to have the development droid in my party, right? Because Mira tries to get added to your party later on, and since the development droid is taking up the spot of Mira, it will crash the game. So what that means is we're done with the development droid for now. Actually, forever. This is the last time we used them. Goodbye, 3CFD.
Bye.
You did, yep. I love the droids. T3 and 3C. Yeah, so we're utilizing the prologue Ebonhawk in a way that we forcibly remove 3C from our party. So just by skipping the prologue, right? Skipping the prologue in this game actually deletes that data from your save permanently. So for instance, if I skip it with 3C in my party, right, because that's the prologue Ebonhawk, and 3C is actually from the prologue Ebonhawk initially, the game will delete it, which is actually just an intended mechanic. So now that we've done that, we are warping that save that doesn't have 3C in the party anymore back to Nar Shaddaa. And then this is all a very elaborate thing that we have to do if we don't want to soft lock the game, basically.
Yeah. And also, it removes 3CFD and T3M4 from your party, actually.
I did not know that, actually.
Which is why you do Duxin earlier as well. Not just because you have to, but also it winds up well because you wouldn't be able to get to the second part of Duxin without T3, because he triggers that dialogue.
Another annoying thing about Nar Shaddaa, which is one of the reasons we have to do all these coordinate warps, is that basically the story doesn't want to let you add party members very often at all. So like right now, I can't enter the entertainment district as Atten, and I also can't add party members in Nar Shaddaa. So the way we get around that is by warping to a different module, and this Enclave module is just very convenient. And then we add Kreia to the party, right? I'm always making new saves to preserve my journal so that I complete all the quests. Then we warp back to Nar Shaddaa with Kreia in our party. And then, this is developer oversight, but you can interact with this loading zone with any other character besides Atten. So if we do it with Atten, the game won't let us progress, but if we just do it with Kreia, it's back over here. Or do it with anyone, really, but I like to use Kreia. We use Kreia. I actually need to equip a Kill Blaster to Atten. So now we can, this is the loading zone that would kick you out if you were Atten. So pretty fun little hoops we have to jump through. Now, a lot of y'all may remember this cutscene. This fight's actually, this game was like rushed and some of it's not balanced very well. This fight is usually pretty hard for when you're at Nar Shaddaa.
Especially if you don't typically use Atten.
Warn the others.
Yeah, because Atten's just not that strong. Also, it's hard if you don't have a Kill Blaster. But if you have a Kill Blaster, it's real easy.
You can still die though, especially since our Atten is at such a low level.
Yeah, if you auto level though, it's really unlikely.
Yeah,
like I just auto leveled it and went from like level 3 to like 10 or something.
Oh yeah, like you do have a lot more levels in All Quests than All Planets does.
Yeah,
All Planets is about level 5 or 6 there.
Yeah,
and it's a little spooky because if you get hit, you're dead.
So we are wrapping up a bunch of quests now. Wrapping up Nar Shaddaa. I can smash that one.
Just say the word.
Alright, I need to talk to this droid because we returned a missing droid to this shop. That completes a quest, and this is also going to complete a quest. I didn't need to save there, but that's... So, this makes us become abducted by Godot's yacht, right? Godot's yacht, if y'all remember, glitchless. It's kind of a nightmare. There's a lot of droids to fight. It's a confusing layout, but the good news for us is there's not actually a quest tied to the end of Godot's yacht. There's just a quest tied to getting to Godot's yacht. So as soon as we get to Godot's yacht, we can skip the cutscene, make a hard save, and leave, right? So it's really nice. Now we can go return to Vaga, who is the hut on Nar Shaddaa, and say that we dealt with Godot's yacht or whatever, and we can complete that quest. And then after that, we're actually going to be done, and we can leave Nar Shaddaa and firmly enter what is called the end game. Yeah, the end of the mid game. Yeah.
It's pretty funny because you never see the Jedi on Nar Shaddaa in all quests because he doesn't have a quest personally tied to him.
Even though it's like the main quest of the game to recruit the Jedi, you don't actually see the Jedi.
Yeah,
which is funny. I don't want to see him, to be honest.
That's fair. His face upsets me.
Not that. But
He's
that
the
too, maybe.
he's
got
the
some mutton
RNG.
chops.
He's the he's the RNG element of the All Planets run. That is.
Yeah, there's a weird skip we do, and sometimes he just like doesn't show up. So we don't really like Zez-Kyle around here.
I hear you.
Source of
We
much
don't
pain.
like these mustache around these parts.
Yeah, and he's got ridiculous facial hair. Nothing wrong with that though. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Save teleports actually become too powerful at a point. And fun fact, activating force speed makes them less powerful, which I'll definitely do a little bit.
A little bit later though, because they also just kind of kill him in between.
Wait, that's actually really bad. I'm gonna load this save real fast. I need Atten to not die that fast. LOL.
He did die pretty instantly.
And Kreia also died instantly. That doesn't happen very much. Okay, so what I need to do? Oh, that's not good.
Just say the
All
word.
right, I can just go run with Atten. That's fine. I got to auto level again. Okay, so hotshotting does kind of mess with your levels. Usually your party members are preserved, but basically Atten was level 3 and entered this module, right? Ooh, Ebon Hawk, where all the enemies are like kind of strong, and also there's like 8 of them. So you don't want to be level 3 there. But we just have to go talk to this guy, and that actually resolves the issue, and then we're done. So, very close to ending the mid game. We have one more quest. I actually need to skip this cutscene. I forgot about this. Okay, skip this cutscene. Using an anywhere menu glitch, and then save and loading. We're actually repairing a lot of people's favorite character, HK47. And that's a quest. So, boom, it's done. We can leave.
We had him, which is funny.
We already, we used the development droid to unlock all of the party members way earlier, but now we have them. Also, if you're enjoying the run, join the KOTOR speedrunning Discord.
Yeah,
we like talking about the game.
It's a good game.
It's a good game.
Yeah, 17 years old. It's an old game, but it's a good game.
There's talks of a remaster, which would be kind of sick.
Of the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's been so many of those rumors throughout the years, it feels at this point.
I know.
Hesitant to be so optimistic.
Is that something that you would be interested in, chat? What do you think?
My life is yours.
Chat would love it. Chat would love it. I feel mixed about it because I know that they're gonna patch all the glitches.
We're doing a
of course.
By the way, we're doing a glitch that I don't think has been shown off in this run quite yet, which is called a door clip. And it's about positioning yourself very specifically and then adding party members. And this is actually how KOTOR 2 used to skip planets, and we used to skip half the planets instead of all of them.
All right, everybody, welcome back again, I think, to Time Capsule here on the Games Done Quick Twitch channel. Our range is here, Red Mage is here. We are having quite time getting through this run, but damn it, we're going to. So
let's go.
You're ready, Range.
This is a segmented run at this point, so it must be super good. Okay, so we're at the beginning of the end game. We've collected all of the remaining Jedi from the various planets, and I'm about to trigger this cutscene, dialogue, mash. We're gonna skip most of it. I get to do a fun mashing technique here that I use when you get to just one spam a lot. I bring my left hand over to the numpad enter, and I butterfly click with my index and middle finger. And then I also butterfly click on my left mouse button. And this just allows me to just input ones like crazy. So yeah.
Feels good on your wrists too.
Yeah, and it feels better than... It's just good to mix up the types of mashing you're doing so that you get into different... You don't wear out your arms and your hands.
Away from him.
At least in the same way.
Yeah. I also love the like little bits of audio dialogue that get through the mashing, like the step away,
Step away.
Step away. I said step away. So Kreia just murdered all the Jedi. Turns out Kreia's evil. Who would have thought?
Yeah, she seems so sweet.
I know.
Is it bad that I was actually surprised when I found out?
No,
No,
it's not too. Oh no.
You think that she's truly like just disconnected.
I'm actually gonna.
From, like
yeah,
dark,
like
and then
she's
she's
just
like
mysterious.
just dark. Yeah. All right.
All right. Nothing bad to see here. Just missed the cutscene skip. All good.
Have to Alt F4 once or twice. That's all.
Yeah, it's a fast cutscene trigger. To be honest, it happens quickly. You just walk around here till it happens. There we go. Okay. Yeah. And the loading screen is just really fast, so you have to do the anywhere menu glitch promptly. And there we go. All right, so now we're gonna begin the end game. There's a little bit more like cutscene stuff coming up, and then we gain control of our characters inside Tilo Station again. And there's actually this one bug that can happen that is just so annoying. So I'm gonna do my best to avoid it.
It is such a
It should be easy, so. But if it happens, I know how to deal with it now also, so that's good. But it used to like ruin my runs. It's a bug where the development character gets glitched into becoming Atten permanently, so you no longer have access to the development character who has a kill blaster and a lightsaber, etc., etc. Instead, you just have Rinky Dinky Atten who's like has no gear, has no fly clothes, and yeah, we just don't use Atten very much. Well, I guess you do, but you don't fight with them. So here is a classic example of you're put into a fight that you actually can't win. So we turn up the difficulty so that we purposely lose it quickly. Also, Handmaiden is a character who, if you play this category glitchless a lot, or sorry, this game, you'll definitely see Handmaiden a lot. But like because of the glitches, we like don't see Handmaiden at all.
Yeah. Who's Handmaiden?
Yeah, the Handmaiden just pops up at the end like that Handmaiden was with us the whole time. But where was Handmaiden? Handmaiden wasn't with us. I don't know. So now the main character with the kill blaster comes in, bop, and we boop.
Bippity boop. Well, there it is.
And I oop.
Fight used to be a lot more difficult, that's for sure.
So we gotta go do it one more time.
She said you.
So Atros used to be good, but has actually been studying Sith holocrons. So let's go boop one more time.
And this fight is right where you would be dropped in to for any percent for using the dev droid.
Wow.
And
I didn't believe it.
so that's about how much time we saved in any percent using the dev droid. Is what you just saw? All of that? All saved.
Yeah, any percent is so quick now. Any percent for KOTOR 2 is 18 minutes. Any percent for KOTOR 1 is 24 minutes. But, you know, if you do all quests, you actually have to collect stuff. So,
yeah,
still about 2 hours long for each one. Which honestly is kind of crazy. There's 101 quests in KOTOR 1,
and
100 quests in KOTOR 2.
Also considering with you said the any percent times without loads, the all quest time with loads is only like an hour and a half, or without loads I should say, sorry.
Yeah, without loads. Yeah. So, it's been fun to run these categories. Want to learn Jade Empire. Shout out to the Jade Empire community.
The 25% of the run here is loading screens.
So,
It's a
don't say that.
I've never considered it that way. Oops.
People already complained about it enough. Alright, so we're activating anywhere menu glitch to save and load to skip a cutscene. It's much faster. That cutscene's like 2 or 3 minutes actually. It's really, really long.
I believe you skip it 3 times in all quests.
You do, yeah. And if you mess it up, you end up skipping it 4 times. Hopefully that doesn't happen though. Alright, so we're gonna do coordinate warps, right? We're in a new module. We're on the Ravager now. This is Darth Nihilus? Yeah, Darth Nihilus's ship. So we are going to add some beefy characters. and we're going to walk out here because the coordinates in this module, Residential East, are actually shared with the coordinates on the Ravager. So we can position our party members on specific areas, and we skip a ton of running on the Ravager, a ton of enemies. It just is clean and saves a lot of time. So yeah, now we're going to make a save, reload the Ravager, and coordinate warp, aka hotshot. If you remember, all coordinate warps are hotshots, not all hotshots are coordinate warps. It's a square rectangle type deal. So if you know your shapes, you can speedrun code.
Yes.
And now Godo's going to be, or Disciple's going to be here. I'll go to Godo first, though, and that's actually fine. That was kind of sketch, actually. Okay. Godo's here. Oh, that was, okay.
Does all quests
I don't know
do
which
the
one's
DLC
true.
here yet?
No, we don't. I think it's, I think there's a reason we don't, though.
Yeah, I think there is, but I don't remember. I don't know. I'll keep an eye.
I think we did talk about this, but we should revisit that for sure, because that would definitely save some time.
That's how, yeah. That's how it is. Trying to remember everything. It's like, oh wait, did we do this? Should that
Yeah,
be
like
the
my
route?
goals keep having to change. I'm like, I just want to, oh, I just messed up. That's fine.
That's not terrible. You just have to go.
No, I have a quick save. Always have a quick save.
Yeah, true. There you go.
No, I'm not gonna go run around and find the thing. We're not doing that. All right. So you actually have to be very deliberate here with the mashing. Otherwise, you will accidentally halt your progress and have to go collect a new item. But if you glitch the dialogue in this way, you skip having to go collect that other item, and you can just continue on your merry way. All right, so yeah, calculated.
And there's that fade in there that happens, and the reason that we don't actually have a cutscene that happens there is because we don't have Visas in our party to trigger it, because we glitched the game. That's who we get to have in our party.
And now we're going to do a save here, and the reason we're going to do this save is because the area that the main character is on right now is actually, for some reason, the default. So we're going to become the dev character, right? Like we forward hotshot from the bridge onto the command deck that we've never been to. And this will actually put our character back to the dev character and put us next to Lord Nihilus, which is like literally where we're trying to go. So this is actually a pretty new skip, and it puts us right next to where we're trying to go. Super cool. Found by 30 cents. I actually found it separately, but after I didn't know about it. Pretty new time loss in all the categories. Is that forward hotshot? I mean time gain. Time gain, time loss, I don't know.
Time save?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Time
Certainly
save.
does something,
time
right?
Save. All right, so we just spanked Nihilus. It happened in a blink of an eye. I don't know what's going on here, but there's Nihilus. Nihilus is cool. Look at this. Look at his graphics. Wow.
Maybe pause one more time, because I'm seeing F's again.
Oh, keep going. All right.
Oh,
all right.
You guys tricking me.
We're just bamboozling chat now. Okay.
I'm getting bamboozled.
All right. So now we did that. Did I make a hard save? I did. Okay. We're gonna load the Ravager save, and this will allow us to skip a bunch of running. You know, that's the goal of these hotshots, right? Like in this game, glitchless, you actually have to like, you know, there's other ways to utilize movement techniques, like using the terminals on Tila Station or using force speed or whatever. But using hotshots, we can literally just like return immediately to places that we've already been to. We can like span across planets. We don't have to return to our ship. You can just leave. So like now we return to the exit of the Ravager and we just leave for good. And now there's a lot of cutscenes. So yeah. Here's Evil Kreia. we're getting to the end game now, pretty firmly near the end. There's still a little bit left though. We have to do a bunch more coordinate warps and hotshots.
And a couple more quests.
And like, yeah,
I forgot how sinister she looked.
I know. Yeah.
She gets.
I don't know why she just killed all of them.
Yeah, she just murks them all.
No
instantly.
big deal.
One-handed.
It's like, okay, bye.
Yeah.
And here's Darth Sion. You saw him a little bit on Korban. He's back.
And this is the cutscene that we can't skip in any category.
There is much to be done.
It's basically just any percent now. All right, so as soon as we load in, we're gonna make a save, and we're going to hotshot to the Zerk offices. And the reason for that is because there's a coordinate here that we want to use. That's usually the reason we go to different modules. So I made a hard save with my current quest log, right? It preserves your quest, it preserves your journal, preserves your inventory even. It doesn't preserve your equipment between saves. I'm pretty sure it'll erase stuff.
Yeah,
so
it
you have to
doesn't
be a little cautious about that.
On the main character because it'll revert you to the what you were at the time. So any experience you gain throughout the run, for example, is gone because you went back to Zerka.
So we added visas. We're not supposed to have a party member. We can position visas on this coordinate over here. Make another hard save. Reload Malachor 5 surface. And then we're going to coordinate warp visas right next to another loading zone. And then after we enter that loading zone, we're going to do the same thing. A little bit. So we're doing the hot shot. We're going to position visas once again on a specific coordinate. And I have to skip this cutscene again. So the thing about the Ravager, similar to the prologue, once you exit the Ravager, it actually deletes the Ravager data from your save file. So right now, it thinks our main character has never actually been to the Ravager, right? We know that's not true. We've been to the Ravager now a few times, but yeah, so it triggers the cutscene again, basically. The cutscene at the beginning of the Ravager gets triggered again because it gets deleted from your save data once you leave it, so it thinks that it's happening for the first time. And you see that happen in this run a few times. So now we're... Wow. All right, so now we're outside of the Atreus Academy. And we need to just walk backwards and trigger this cutscene because this cutscene will lead us to one of the last quests in the game. So we're not in like the last 1% of the run, but what y'all don't know right now, because you can't tell and we're never going to open the journal, is that we've actually completed like almost every single quest. I think there's like literally one quest left. So we're really close to being done, but we have to do this kind of long quest and then finish and then just kill Kreia. So it changes you into Bodur's. Bodur is a party member. Bodur has a probe droid that is one of Bodur's companions, or like fights with him. And right now we are technically Bodur's probe droid, but because we've been glitching the game so much, we look like the dev character still. Well, we are the dev character, but technically right now we are actually the Bodur's probe. Yeah, the remote. Yeah, not the probe. So, yeah, Bodur's remote. Yeah, the dev character has a ton of health. The dev character has force healing and whatnot.
Remote is his name, the cute little guy. And being the dev character obviously makes it faster. But since... you actually believe you actually get...
Alright, so this part's a little weird because it's just so windy.
It's
none
very
of these
weird,
none of these winding caverns make any sense. I literally just went the wrong way. Or no, I'm going the right way. It's this way. Okay. This is one of the like most confusing layouts. It's very big. it's big and like you can't see that well. Save teleports are still way faster, but when you're save teleporting, you can't
Malachor
see
is
very well.
confusing.
Yeah.
It's all white.
You get memory. Yeah. So like the strength of save teleports is tied to how much memory is in your save file. So that's why it gets really strong kind of in the middle, and then when you enter the in-game, it deletes some stuff, and yeah. So now we're back to kind of mediocre. It's still faster than running though. All right, so we did 2 of the 4 terminals. Now we gotta do 2 more.
Yeah. But it means you guys get to it's not too much going on in this time.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
guess we can
that's chill.
Kind of use this time to maybe just do shoutouts. And then because
yeah, feel free.
This run is, as you could see, maybe, I don't know if you've noticed, is a little difficult and complex.
Yeah, any one person.
And it wouldn't be possible if it was just range, just me.
Yeah, it's a...
it would be... Yeah, it would be an impossible task. It's a big community effort, and every single person in the community is put forth something for it.
Let's drop names. Drop every KOTOR community member.
I was just gonna... Oh, goodness.
So I just finished that quest.
So let's go for specifically KOTOR 2.
Okay.
Since that is the game.
You know more about that. You go.
And now we will be running towards Kreia to finish the game. Yeah, so KOTOR 2, like we mentioned, a couple names. Indie Kenobi of people that have been running it for the better half of a decade, or the better part of a decade, I should say, if not longer. And even people that have come in more recently than that have contributed so much, like Lane and like Range and like Chaos Drifter. And every single person in the Discord definitely puts forth
Sanjan. Shout out to
Sanjan, especially for Glitchless, has been
Sanjan's very good.
A game changer. Glitchless is definitely way faster than it was before she touched it. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Sanjan also did All Quest Unrestricted in KOTOR 1 and All Quest No Dev Tools in KOTOR 2.
Very talented speedrunner.
Shout out to Sanjan.
Specifically
Sanjan
to the Glitch Hunters in mostly Hotshot Wire. I think we gave him a shout out earlier, but he deserves another shout out. I mean, obviously one of the names is Glitches is named after him, Hotshots. And there's another glitch that we don't actually use in this run that's named after him, is wire targeting. Hotshot Wire.
All right, so let me talk about the ending for a little bit, because it's coming up very quickly. So we're doing another coordinate warp, right? And the reason for that is to position Visas next to a loading zone so that we can just skip we skip fighting Scion. Usually you have to fight Darth Scion here. We can just skip that, and we enter Kreia's chambers, and I forgot which side the loading zone is on, but so now we are here. Look at our journal. Oh, wow, actually messed up something. Oh wait, no, this is a thing that happens sometimes. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Look at that journal. It's almost perfect. Looking good. There is one quest there that's not supposed to be there, but I remember that sometimes bugs can happen.
You did this one,
I don't know. It's fine.
Arrived.
Anyway, so we can do a little trick here to skip one round of the fight, and now we start this round, and as soon as I shoot Kreia right now, the timer will stop. So, bam, GG.
You got away with it this time, Kreia, but we'll be back.
And then usually I like to say number 4, keep it nice and sweet. Kurt, proud words, now die, old woman.
And then it just, since we don't have cutscenes, kicks you right to the title screen.
Oh my God.
She's so old.
Oh, just kidding, she's dead.
She just died from old age. We didn't even kill her with a kill blaster.
I love how she like falls over and dies, but then on the loading screen, she's like, "I'm still here." What's up?
Yeah, she's always here. She's a
Omnipresent.
force to be reckoned with in the Force.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so thanks everyone for hanging out. That was all Quest Unrestricted. Super fun category. Super deserving game to have an all Quest category. Epic RPG, you know. And yeah, I'm Range. I stream on Twitch. It's R4NG3 __. There's 2 underscores. If you're here, Range without underscores in the chat, please deactivate your account, change your name, give me that name. Thank you. You're not going to be here though. Yeah, shout out to the whole Yeah, it's worth a shot for sure. I want that name. But once again, as we talked about, the KOTOR speedrunning community, we're pretty close. We're all friends, and we have to collaborate quite a bit to get all this speedrunning done. Last 2 years, a lot has happened. So yeah, once again, shout out Chaos Drifter. He taught me a lot of what I know. Shout out 30 Cents for routing this category. Also, very, very fast. So watching his runs taught me a lot. Indy Kenobi for routing everything under the sun. Lane and Hotshot for being super cool glitch hunters, and C-Dubs and Shoal for being self-appointed B squatters. They wear that badge with pride, and they're super nice guys, super friendly community members. Sanjan, once again, who actually has a ton of KOTOR 2 world records as well, and KOTOR 1 world records. So who else? Shout out to my partner, whose username is Simp for Range, and actually got a message banned I saw in Discord, which I wonder what they typed. We'll find that out later.
Gosh.
Who
my
else? That's it. Shout out to my roommate for dealing with me yelling about speedrunning all the time. And thank you, GDQ, for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Smooth Operative, for the show.
Of course. You know, I have to say thanks again for running this game and this category. It's something fresh, and I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much for doing that for us and withstanding all of the tech difficulties. Thanks, chat, for withstanding that as well.
Yeah, thank you, chat.
But anyway, everyone, that is going to wrap it up for tonight's episode of Time Capsule. Don't forget that Flame Fatale starts August 15th through the 21st. You can go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatales for more information on that. Tomorrow we have the Bargain Bin starting at 7 p.m. Eastern with Helix and Metal Gear Solid 5, followed by Speedruns from the Crypt at 10 p.m. Eastern with a movie-turned game special, Nightmare on Elm Street, Alien vs. Predator, The Ring, and Saw. It's going to be a good time. Thank you so much for tuning in here. I've been your host, Smooth Operative. Range, thank you again. Red Mage, thank you again for being here. If you enjoyed the run, please make sure you follow Range on Twitch. We mentioned it earlier. That is R4NG3 __, as well as commentary for tonight. That was Red Mage 08. But yeah, until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.